after 9 weeks without a victory, and they've done it in emphatic style.
The Kangaroos come to Subiaco Oval today looking for their second win in a row under new coach Darren Crocker, or fill-in coach Darren Crocker. And it was a great win last week. Covered in juice he was, covered in Powerade after the win. The boys very happy there. But a tough ask this afternoon. As I say, good afternoon to Lee Colbert and to Glenn Jakovic. West Coast in really good form.
They are 2 weeks in a row now. That's one thing we should be very pleased about, and back home here at Subiaco.
Yeah, Colby, just their energy and I guess more importantly, their usage of the ball has been quite evident in the last couple of weeks, and they've won. Prior to that, their kicking efficiency ranked 16th in the competition, couldn't hit a target, and they were getting chopped up on the turnovers. So they've reduced their turnovers, and now they're enjoying a few victories.
We see the West Coast hit the deck here at Serbia this afternoon. A pretty windy old day. The sun's out at the moment. There's been showers though as well, Colby.
There's plenty of wind around. It's gusting 45 knots and some rain as well. But as we see, the Eagles come out on the ground, Jack.
Well, they certainly do. And I guess the contest will become a lot closer now because of the conditions, and being a big ground, North would like to make it, in contested situations where they'll back themselves and then hopefully get West Coast on the counter, because they have got the ability to kick some goals.
Let's have a look at the lineup, Jacko.
Well, they're unchanged, which is important for them. And when you look at their forward line, Kennedy and Wilson, they just add some strength up there. Scotty Selwood, Embley back to his best in the last month, kicked 4 goals last week, and Mark Lacroix, but it's through the middle of the ground. They've just got to get their hands first on the football, and I guess the most important points is kicking efficiency. I mentioned it before, in the last couple of weeks, they've actually been hitting targets and they've been winning games of football. Very simple. Attack the goal mouth. Well, they got Kennedy in form, and Lacroix's kicked 50 goals for the season. Attack the goal mouth with pace. Don't go via the cape to kick goals on this big ground. And Shannon Hearn, well, kicking efficiency last week, 94%, an all-time high, and he's at 80% for the season. When he kicks it, don't worry about Quentin Lynch, who can kick it. This guy can kick it, and kick it with pace.
He's certainly a star, Shannon Hearn. Colby, let's have a look at the North Melbourne lineup now, and they'd be pretty happy after last week.
Yeah, extremely happy. Got to run through the midfield today. Big ground, we know that. Ferrito, Swallow are going to have big jobs. Liam Anthony's been excellent for them this year. Really liked his form, but they've got to kick goals. We know going forward, the likes of Thomas have got to do pretty well, but they've got to get off to a fast start here at Subiaco. That's most important in an away game. Also, we've got to talk about their tools. They've got 3 tools in today. They were going to bring in Cruz Gartlett because of the weather, but they've decided to stick with Goldstein, who kicked 5, Petrie and McIntosh, and the runners, as we've mentioned. Big ground, must all run today, and Harris is going to have to get on his bike and really work hard in the middle of the ground.
You mentioned Todd Goldstein. Last week was outstanding. Kicked 5 goals, got 4, did some nice work around the ground as well.
He's a class player, basketball background, and exceptional in the air, and he certainly knows where his little blokes are as well. But this is the thing that Darren Crocker would have been so pleased about last week, kicking 5 goals.
Well, he's a player that's developing really nicely at the moment. As you say, he hasn't got a real traditional footy background.
He's got just great touch and good feel on the game, and his body is starting to develop. That was probably, it was just a big puppy dog when he first arrived, and now it's developing into a real man and a senior player, very important member of the team.
He did miss a couple of goals the week before against Carlton, but he had his kicking boots on last week too.
Oh, most important, and with players like himself, all key players, it takes time to develop, but they've got to feel comfortable in the position that they're playing and start to hit the contest more frequently, and that's what he's doing. He's taking himself to more and more contests.
Let's talk about Mark Lacroix, Jacko. You've seen quite a bit of him. He's been a terrific forward this year. 49
goals. I mean, some are talking that he's in all-Australian form for a small forward, playing a bit more out from the deep forward pocket, and has got the tank of a midfielder. Came to the club as a midfielder, so he has many attributes where he can run, gather possessions like a midfielder, and then go forward and kick goals.
One of your boys, Mitch Brown, Liam, excellent player, had a knee reconstruction, we know, but the way he's been able to come back, play forward and back, is an exceptional young player. I really like him.
And around 19, NAB Rising Star nomination.
Nomination, exactly right, boys. It's going to be a big game here this afternoon. A windy old day. North Melbourne in town to play the West Coast Eagles. Should be a beauty. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the first bounce after this.
Welcome back to Subiaco Oval, the toss the coin for this round 20 match. And Darren Glass, the skipper of the West Coast Eagles, has won the toss. They will kick to the left of screen, and conditions today will be crucial. It is a very unusual day for Perth. the man with all the information on what will work and what won't is the man at ground level, Lee Colbert. Lee.
Well, Matty, I don't know whether it'll work or won't, but a westerly breeze today. It's going to blow 45 knots, so it's about 100 kilometres at times here at Subiaco Oval. Thunderstorms are in the area, showers, rain, so it's going to be nasty. Skills are going to be paramount, but over my right shoulder here is the CEO of the North Melbourne Football Club, keeping an eye on proceedings, Eugene O'Rocker, with Anthony Trainer, and also Heath O'Loughlin, the media manager. So keeping an eye on the coaching side of things down here, Matty.
Very interesting to see them sitting at ground level, isn't it, Liam?
It is. You get a good view and a good appreciation of what's actually going on down there. I actually think it's not a bad idea. We look at this ground at the moment, you think, beautiful day in Perth, but it actually is really chilly and a really strong breeze down there.
Yeah, we're going to see a lot of issues, I guess, with that breeze. It's an unusual breeze for this Subiaco ground, Jack.
Well, it certainly is, given the weather we've had the last 48 hours and what is projected for the next 2 hours. It certainly just blows, and when it does, it goes in a circle motion because of the way the stadium's situated with the old three-tier grandstand. So at both ends of the ground, you'll get your chance to kick a long ball.
What can we expect in the first quarter? What will North Melbourne be looking to do here early, Liam?
Well, Lee Colbert mentioned it. I mean, basically you need, when you're travelling to state, you need to start well. Now, these conditions will mean that North Melbourne's ball use will have to be right on top of the game early days. You need a good start. West Coast Eagles are a very good front-running team. They get in front. It's going to be hard to stop them.
They certainly will. That's why Kangaroos are going to deny West Coast possession of the football. But we see Nat Nui's about to start in the ruck. Kennedy in good form. He's on the screen there. Lecras and Wilson, they've got to just give their forwards first chance of using the football and put scoreboard pressure on the visiting side.
Getting set for the first bounce. Hearn on Campbell. That's a real interesting matchup, isn't it? Two contrasting styles of players. Hearn outstanding last week.
North Melbourne will be fully aware of the ball use of Hearn coming out of the fence. You put a dangerous little player on him like that, probably try to take him deep as well.
And make him accountable, because the message is get the ball in Hearn's hands and get it off them.
Both teams coming off wins, both teams unchanged as we're set to go. First bounce favouring Nat Nui's side, but it comes to Harvey, who immediately gets it out to Swallow for the first clearance for North Melbourne. He kicks it out to the advantage of Adams. Getting there, McGinnity. Adams kept his feet.
Really well.
That was the key in that contest there. McGinnity went to ground. Adams
not so good.
Made a meal of the handball.
Like the way he kept his feet, though.
Had an opportunity there. Hamish McIntosh went forward and Nat Nui got caught napping at the middle of the ground. So he's just got to be mindful, and good experience by Hamish McIntosh to keep the inexperienced Nat Nui guessing when he goes forward.
Swift with Swallow, and Greenwood had Pritis at that contest. A couple of the matchups early.
Well, McMahon's got Lecras, which is really interesting. You know Lecras is very good on the ground level. He's also good overhead. Now, Scotty McMahon, it's a big job this afternoon.
Nat Nui getting to it first from the ruck. Houlihan with a long sleeve jumper you don't see very often here in Perth.
Very rare.
You don't, and it was cold down at ground level earlier on, Matty, but one of the other matchups, Brady Rawlings on David Urapunda, who started deep inside the 50-metre zone, but now he's up near the centre of the ground.
Haven't seen one of those since Dean Kemp, I don't reckon. Anyway, there's a whistle here, Bluey down back, whistle on the play. It'll be a West Coast free kick, and it's to go to Pritis. Reece signed during the week?
Yes, he did.
He's run a long way.
He's got it over to Maston. There's just got to be spot on with the kick, and it is. It's a good one. Here's our Rising Star nomination for this round. Mitch Brown, player on the wing all on his own. Bo Wilkes. Ebert on the outside and uses him after just thinking about going inboard. It's a little bit slippery there, so the ball did come back off the bounce. Kennedy almost the mark. 4 goals last week. Kennedy was terrific up forward.
Just on that occasion, Ebert elected to take the bounce, and Kennedy was back leading into a bit of space. It's got to look as a midfielder. First option, get possession of the ball, then look up to see if there's a leading forward. But he looked down to take a bounce and just put the lead of Kennedy off a bit.
Ferrito did well in close there. Gibson, the smother came from Swift. McIntosh, Houlihan there, Ebert scouting at the bottom of the pack. Selwood driving the Eagles forward. Danger ball here. They've got numbers. Embley front and square. The kick was smothered. And some pressure here for the Kangaroos defence. McMahon comes in over the top, wraps everything up.
It's a good sign early, Liam, for the Kangaroos. Good defensive pressure there, because Embley and Lecras were hovering. They had a chance to score here, but
Thompson smother.
Good pressure there by McMahon as well.
From the ball up. Anthony, a little bit untidy. Ferrito burrowing through, couldn't get past Embley. Anthony
Just a bit sloppy here, North.
he just tapped it towards his teammate, but Prittis kicks it and just touches the post for the first score of the afternoon for the Eagles.
It was an interesting kick. He turned his body like he was going to centre it, and then
did,
went to
didn't it?
banana. The wind obviously dragged it back at a rate of knots.
Well, you look at that bit of play in the North Melbourne defence. There was a pretty fumbly little passage of play there from the North players. You've got to be very clean, especially when you're in defence. Just a bit fumbly at the minute, the Roos.
Up the middle. Rawlings gave it to Ferrito and gets it back. Forward handball for Anthony. He's under pressure. Here's Hurd.
There he is.
If he can get clear, he goes on the right boot. Wanted where Punda perhaps could have gone for goal if he straightened up. Embley got rid of it first. Crowd wants a free kick. Didn't come. Out of bounds. How did you see it? I thought he handballed away first.
It's a free kick every day of the week for mine. Let's have a little look at this. The ball gets knocked. He knocks it away.
There's the handball.
That's what I mean. That's a free kick. That's holding the ball. Holding the man, I should say.
That's clever play. Just again proving Andrew Embley's on song at the moment.
He looks sharp.
Yep.
The ball's been down there a couple of times. He's got in good position. No result yet on the scoreboard, but it's bad. A lot of the times you can see players, they're up on their toes and you can see how they're going about it. And I reckon Ebert's already started this game on the wing on Liam Anthony in really good touch. He's had a couple of important possessions already.
I think the mindset early is, you know, go for goal. Hearn had a chance to go for goal, wanted to do the team thing and look for where we're putting it, but given the conditions, it's very blustery down there. You're probably better off attacking the goal mouth very early.
I get that, but I think he was that far clear he had to go to where Punda.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he slipped over. But dangerous when you get Shannon Hearn bursting onto 50. We talked before about the way he uses the footy. He's in the elite category. He's over 80% ball use for the whole season. And we know he went at 94% last week, Shannon Hearn. So he's a player you don't want the ball coming inside 50 on the back of his boot.
It's one of the best kicks in the AFL, Shannon Hearn. Top handful anyway. Big punch forward by Nat Nui. Well, the tap on came from Wilson, but wasn't to be in the right spot. Touch off the boot by Anthony, and the punch had to come through, and it came from Greenwood. Here's the punch from Nat Nui.
Space was clear, so it's a set play.
What will happen here? Same men in battle. This time McIntosh was looking for Swallow at the front. Swift first to it. Harvey caught by Embley. Dangerous here. A chance for the Eagles. It's live. It's bouncing. It's coming in off players' legs. And they dive in over the top. They want the whistle. North get it.
Josh, careful not to block, okay? Josh, careful not to block. Stand up. Let him up.
A lot of numbers around the footy here, which North want, but there's a couple of players for any kick out.
Kennedy almost got boot to ball. Read it well off the tap. McIntosh cut off by Wilson. The big man working hard up forward. The Eagles' pressure inside their forward 50 is terrific at the moment. Thomas searching handball over the top to Gibson. They're not out of trouble yet. Embley in the way again, off the outside of the boot. Clever kick where Punda's got to beat a couple. One of them coming over the top was Grimer, but in the end Thompson keeps it in. Now a chain of handballs. Rawlings. Swallow got it from Thompson. Now to McMahon. Now North Melbourne with a bit of space. Hanson the target. Easy one from Brown.
Well, the ball's certainly being played in one half of the ground at the moment. The West Coast. Let's get out of lead, Cole, but I just want to find out as we see Embley there having a good opportunity to kick a goal there. Colby, how are we going win-wise at the minute? What are we talking?
Well, it's certainly favouring the Eagles end, blowing a westerly and probably about 25 to 30 knots at the moment. So strong breeze, Eagles way.
What are you tipping goal advantage there? Is it a couple of goals, 3 or 4 goals?
You'd think 3 or 4 goals early doors, but you would have had your money on Kennedy early. I know you had tipped it early and he nearly came through for you, Pickers.
Yeah, he did. He let me down. Big Josh in the goal square there. Thought it was Embley for a start, but yeah, 10-1 for the first goal on TAB. Would have been nice.
I can tell you if I had money on Kennedy, I would have been up in my seat. I thought he was going to get it. But anyway, from the boundary throw-in.
Push.
McIntosh with the free kick against Nat Nui. Now the handball back, slightly untidy. North just haven't quite got going yet.
It's a poor kick. Really poor kick that'll hurt the other way here.
Selwood got it from Kennedy, massed it into the pocket. Wilson's out. Couldn't take it, Callum Wilson. Going back was Grimer. Short. McIntosh.
Well, he had his hands on it, Callum Wilson. It's 1-on-3. It was a kick to his advantage. He has to take those marks because North were pushing numbers back after the counter-attack off the half-back line.
North haven't gone far here, though. It's just back to McMahon on the switch. The distance was okay to get it to Urquhart. Now trying to get free for him, Rawlings. He's tight against the boundary. West Coast, we saw this a lot last week. Their zone worked pretty well for them.
The zones always work well if you've got alert players.
Yeah.
They seem to be sharp at the minute, the West Coast.
Over the top came Petrie. Now forced with Punda. He's got a man in the middle if he spots him. It's a low ball that gets to him. Swift to Maston again. No one to kick to. Up in the air. Take that.
Well, he's got to get better at that, Chris Maston. He got it. First instinct was to kick the ball. Now he would know part of the game plan of North is they're getting numbers back.
Gee, again Messi from North. Urquhart.
Not out of trouble yet.
Thompson again. This time Anthony, but there's a man standing on the wing all on his own. Campbell away on the left boot. Hanson's got a bit of room as well. Loose checking there from Brown. I think he'd come up a little bit to try and cover off. Now to the goal square. Jones the target. Corey Jones falls for him. Once, twice, has a snap at goal. And kicks a point.
Petrie was on there for that lead. Glass had fallen over, and Petrie was probably in the right spot. Just went the wrong option there. Big Lockie Hanson.
So one behind a piece, and we've played just over 9 minutes.
Play on, not 15, play on. Play on, not 15.
A couple of play-on calls, and eventually we're going to end up with Hearn. And he's going to run out of room.
Still not out of strife here either.
Good pressure this time from North. And we'll have a ball up just on the attacking side for North. And LeCras gets up. A lot of room to move. Good tackle, McMahon. Prittis trying to burst through.
All right, fend off. Send Power.
Against Prittis. Power to take the kick. Just come on the ground. The interchange with Anthony.
He's on this time.
He's got room here.
True.
And he finds him. And a little bit of a juggle, but good. They kept that space open for him to run into.
They did it really well. I watched Petrie last week. He got his hands back. You know, I think his marking last week, contested marking, was terrific. Especially after quarter time. When he's marking the ball, he's a really dangerous forward. Big Drew.
19 goals from 19 games this season. Can he kick the first goal of the afternoon here at Subiaco? No, he's not even going to score. Across the face. And Big Quentin, easy one for him to mark, but he's put Wepunda under pressure. Swift, tight on the boundary. Goldstein's come on, almost took a mark straight away. He's going to get it here from Pratt. Gives it off to his captain in Harvey. Power, long ball to the square. And the spoil came from Brown. And North Melbourne take a slender lead.
Amazing the amount of numbers pushing back into the North Melbourne forward line there.
Houlihan. On the outer side. Couple to pick from there. One of them is LeCras. Now it's no one really. Not only one man forward. And that man is McKinley, and that's where it goes. Now they stream into the West Coast forward 50. He looks inside, decides that's a better option. Butler, unaware of what his best option is, where Punda leads over the back. Pratt missed it. Kennedy held to him nicely, held right to him by Grimer, and ball up.
Unbelievable number of stoppages at the moment early in this match.
Yeah, a lot of players around the ball, isn't there?
It's like a rolling scrum.
Selwood backed into some trouble. Pratt was there. Prittis, as soon as he got it, he's just thumped to the ground. And another ball up. The umpires are busy.
Fair to say that we don't think this will be a high-scoring game early in this match from what we've seen so far.
It may open up, but yeah, it's tight at the moment. Both sides are aware they try not to give much room at all here.
This is probably suits North Melbourne more than anything. A visiting team over here, they haven't got a great record here, North, and won here since 01. So they probably want to make it an arm wrestle early days.
Adams got rid of McGinnity. Campbell swoops on it. Back to Harvey, quick give. Adams, they're going backwards, but they maintain possession. Gibson now. Want to use hands here, don't they? And it's risky. You can just smell an error coming, and there it is. There's the turnover. McGinnity. Ebert. Likewise, he's going to give it back. Corey Jones did well, kept his feet and picked it up cleanly. Inboard Adams kept going. Clever tap onto Harvey. Harvey with a fumble. We don't see that very often. It may cost his team. It did. Sliding in. Couldn't quite take it. There was Goldstein. Now West Coast. Glass.
See Lee Adams in the background there, just getting to his feet. A heavy hit.
Scott Selwood found McKinley. And McKinley looks up. Rosa had it back into it, did well.
Well, Scotty Thompson's left to try and help out there with Rosa, but his opponent slipped forward.
The dangerous Lacroix from 55 metres, open goal square. Wilson's there and should play on and kicks the first goal of the day.
Well, I caught it in the call, actually, because what happened was Thompson pushed forward to help out his opponent, or his teammate, I should say, left his opponent, Wilson, slip behind him, and then, unfortunately for him, Lacroix spotted it, went the long kick, and you can see Wilson pushing forward here. His opponent was on the mark, so in all sorts of trouble, and it was a good kick by Lacroix. Not sure whether he was having a shot or whether he saw him out of the corner of his eye, but I'd say looking at that, he's probably having a shot, but, well, he left his man. It didn't work for Thompson.
Gee, it was great courage by Rosa as well, backing in. He knew he was going to wear one for the team, but he just had to take possession of the ball because it was in a dangerous part of the ground. Spill that ball and north her away from a counter-attack. Take that ball, you get a chance to score for your side, and he did. He was the result of that goal.
So Wilson with the opening goal, and the Eagles out to a 5-point lead as Natanui's in over the top for the tackle. Lee, you're at ground level. Mitch Brown came off not too long ago.
He did, Matt. He rolled his right ankle, getting some attention from the physios. Also, it's light rain down here at the moment too on the ground, so wouldn't last too long, but it's certainly raining.
Sun shower. Houlihan, Selwood, quick give, McGinnity. Kick, here's the goal kick, Wilson, straight through his hands.
Chop the arms.
Gee, it wasn't much of a chop. Well, you'd be disappointed if you got that at a barbecue. Houlihan's kick went low. Embley did well to give it back to Houlihan.
Poor kick.
Terrible kick. And yes, umpire called play on for a second, but in the end, Ferrito marked it.
That's a clean mark.
Yep.
I think the umpire thought he was going to miss the mark.
See, he had two options there, Houlihan. The short pass was on, or keep running, and you've got an open goal mouth. And he wasn't able to execute either one.
Powers' kick is wide to Harris. Just spilt a sitter. But his kick let him down, so that he would be very disappointed there. So would his coach. Scott Selwood fished it out. Anthony came in. Off the ground, Adams. Clever play to keep it going in the right direction. Maston, a super pickup from him. But the tackle was just as good, and it came from Swallow. He wraps him up. Another ball up.
Well, North Melbourne, 20 tackles to West Coast 11. So their pressure's good, North. Just haven't got any real dangerous entries inside 50 as yet.
You got the funny feeling this quarter's going to remain the same, and perhaps maybe in the third quarter we might see it open up, but certainly it's a real battle here.
They've got an empty side of the ground here if he uses it well.
Harris's kick forward, the spoil came now. Here's a bit of pace, roving front and square on his left boot. Matty Campbell couldn't quite bend it back. His right boot, not his. I mean, it's an option for some, but so I don't know why. It's just our great game, but some left footers
coaches
can't go the other way.
Coaches talk about trying to straighten up as much as possible, but there's got to be an out clause there, and the out clause needed to be his right boot. Very low percentage to kick at that pace, to kick a banana kick. And a disappointing result because the build-up wasn't too bad. They cleared out some space on that side of the forward line. Just a poor execution.
Gee, Swift made that kick look good with that mark. Not 15 to Ebert, and it's very slippery on this side of the ground near the boundary.
The ground itself, Colby's good, but around the boundary lines, as Matty said, it is really heavy. Because of it, just doesn't get enough sun right on this boundary. It's protected by those stands, but it is very heavy right on the boundary line. But the sun out again now, and conditions not too bad.
We'll see it change a few times throughout the afternoon. That's a clever kick around the corner from Anthony, giving his forwards a chance. So the spoil came from the ever-reliable skipper, Darren Glass.
No blocking, guys. We're watching.
1-1 to 3 points.
At the
Sorry, Matty, I was just saying Liam Anthony's had 8 touches, starting on the wing on Ebert.
Yep.
He's got a lot of those in defence.
Swallows' handball was in hope. McGinnity forced to kick quickly. Gets a fair bit of distance on it. And eventually it goes out of bounds. Well, it is the green round for the AFL, and the busiest men at the moment are the men in green. The boundary umpires and the field umpires doing plenty of work. Now, Nui got to the front, but Goldstein was a bit taller there, got the left arm over the top. Power, getting some kicks, is coming off the bench. High ball, hard one to mark. Here's Petrie, did okay. Handball let him down, though. Miss Gibson, now he can give it on the up. Out wider, he did to Rawlings. Give back to Gibson is good. It touched off the boot, though. Coming out, Hansen with him, Hearn. He want the boundary and gets it.
Well, they're away there, the Kangaroos. It was a missed handball. He didn't hit his target. Had to hit it. They had a chain of players. Could have ran and kicked the goal.
So boundary thrown inside the North Melbourne forward 50. Nat Nui's decided to go his own. The push and grab, and it's against Nat Nui.
It's a second free kick against him. What he's got to learn to do, he's got to fight for front position. Because he's got such a big leap, he's attacking the contest, but at the detriment of infringing his direct opponent.
Harvey ran round the back as the kicker, kicked to the hot spot. Plenty of North Melbourne players there. They swoop in as Hearn grabbed it.
Just want to talk about giving your best players the ball. That's fine. He gave the ball then, Big Goldstein. He's a beautiful kick. Yep. He gave the ball to Harvey on his left side.
Wrong side.
He could only kick it 30 metres. There was no point in giving that handball to Brent Harvey then.
Should Harvey have not called for it until he was on his right side?
Yes, exactly.
The onus is on the runner who calls it, isn't it? Well, for the big man, he's going to give it anyway.
The big man will give it, but the big man can kick, and it was probably just beyond him. But I mean, the captain, when you hear the captain calling, I guess a lot of those younger players just give the ball naturally.
Adams kicks it through, rolls to the right spot and kicks the goal.
Well, I'd like to see this on the replay. It was very congested area. He got the ball quick to his boot. Was there a touch on it? We'll see now as he gets at Adams through here. No,
it just dribbled through.
It was an opportunity, and you've got to take him. He got it on his boot. Good play.
He's been lively, Lee Adams. He's had 7 touches, and now a goal.
Yeah, it's been Adams and Anthony who've been a couple of hard workers. Wonderful goal from Lee Adams. You know, he's needed the right bounce, he got it, and that's just his 3rd goal in his short career, in his 6th game. And North Melbourne are in front, and they get a clearance away, and they get another one quickly here. In the way, though, McGinnity holding firm for West Coast.
Q-stick's got clear.
Ebert's got it to the big man. He should take a bounce. No, he decides to just launch it long. Needs a mark up forward. Not going to get it. Pratt, too clever there.
50 against Wirrapunda.
Doesn't tend to like to kick it short, the big Q-stick.
Could have kept going, though.
Well, there's an argument for both cases. Get the ball in with pace and put the North Melbourne defenders under pressure, or carry it and
get it
run
over
the ball and get it over the top.
So you got a good block then, Drew Petrie. Good little setup at centre-half forward to give him some space.
And he's kicked long to the square.
Not a great option,
not the best option. Easy one for Hearn to mark.
Well, he expected Big Hamish to be able to make a contest, but he was bodied out of it, which meant it was an easy mark in the end.
Maston want to be quick there, and he is now. Matt on his own in the middle is Houlihan. Now he can take it and go. Likes to run. He runs his full measure. Like to see that. Out in front of McKinley's a good kick. That's good football. Good rebound footy from West Coast.
It certainly was. It was through the middle of the ground. They took possession of it. It started with Hearn taking a foot mark at the last line of defence, but went through the middle of the ground. Now, this is a big oval, as we know, Subiaco, and if you can find space and hit your targets, kicking efficiency is what it's all about. And then Ben McKinley ran hard to the other side, the fat side, and made it easy for the kicker to put it out in front of him.
25-21 for 2009 to put the Eagles back in front from 48 metres.
Hit it hard. Gee.
He gave it something off the boot, but just to the wrong side of the post.
A couple of powerful kicks in their side when you look at Lynch McKinley kicks it like a mule. Hearn's a thumping kick. Timmy Houlihan's been good too. Young Tim Houlihan is trying to force his way to the team. He's had 7 touches today and was involved in that passenger play.
Rawlings is going to have to beat 2 or 3. That's a clever lock from the man you just spoke about in Houlihan. Rosa, sometimes it lets him down.
Well, it does. With these conditions, look, they've got to set up it a little bit better. I think Ben McKinley or Callum Wilson, one's got to stay closer to the goals, because on that occasion, they had players pressing up and forced the kick on that time, Rosa, to kick short. And these blustery conditions, you just play into the zone, and who wants to peel off, and that's what the Kangaroos are doing with great effect at the minute.
Power attacks the footy and wins the mark.
Tell you where North have been outstanding in this first quarter is their clearance work. Looking at the numbers, 14-5, so it'll be something that John Worsfold will be talking to his midfield coach about at quarter time. North have made a real contest there. It's having a bit of an effect. You saw that goal come from a clearance, the Lee Adams goal.
They're out here. If they can get it now with pace, the Rawlings.
Yeah, they worked it to the loose man. Rawlings just keeps it in. McMahon really made him work for that.
But now they've got a bit of strife because the West Coast have set up their zone. Look ahead, nothing to kick to there. You know, they go down the line and try
and switch again. That's good work by West Coast. Didn't panic, just reset, shifted the zone.
And that's okay, but it means the North Melbourne players have got to work hard now to push to the other side of the ground. Otherwise, they'll have to go down the line. They'll be forced to kick down the line, which is a win to West Coast.
Pratt's the one. If they can get it to Pratt on the other side, but you need someone like Shannon Hearn to kick the ball to him.
And so you need your workers. And now, Grimer's worked hard here. Now, it's actually good running from the big fullback.
It sits for him. He looks up. Harvey goes short with a fast lead.
Look, it's not pretty football, but what it is, it's denying West Coast possession of the ball. They can't get it at the minute, and North will see a free kick off the contest.
Just not sure about that one, but Lindsay Thomas has won it. Inside the last 3 minutes, it's a 1-point ball game, and again they go backwards, and again it's Grimer involved. Needs to put plenty on the kick. It's a mongrel. It floats. Good take. Was coming through at the rate of knots. Anthony on the rebound. Here's a chance. Swallow can't get past Hearn. In fact, Hearn may have pinched it off him.
Important contest there. Swallow, he knew he was going to get wrapped up, so he made sure the ball wasn't released out, because West Coast had numbers sweating on the loose ball to come out and then start their attack. Here they've got an opportunity to create another goal like they did earlier on.
Anthony almost had it. Swift did. Wrapped up by Swallow. He's a good tackler. Getting up and getting out of it is Greenwood to Harvey. Chinky little kick off the outside of the boot.
Low percentage stuff. That.
Yep. Oh, good take from Ebert, but he gave it away straight to Goldstein. Very clever handball from him. Missed, though, by Adams. It's not pretty, but the desperation is there. Again, Goldstein tried to get it to Adams. A replay. Rosa working hard on hands and knees. And again, we have another ball up.
Let's get down to Lee Colbert. Mitch Brown, what's his situation at the moment?
Real concern for Mitch Brown. He took him at his boot off and thought maybe it was an ankle, but might even be his foot. So hopefully no breaks or fractures in that right foot. We know he's had injury trouble already.
Yeah, outside of that right boot, Houlihan came through. North repelled, though. Harvey's handball. Now, after he handball... Yep. Downfield.
The problem was the downfield was only 3 metres past it.
Pratt was good, though. He got going. Gee, McIntosh almost had that. Got up, tried to find Harris. Prittis, Lidge, his handball untidy. Harris got it from Thomas. Heads home. 2-on-1. Ebert came in as he punches to the boundary.
This will suit North. We talked about it earlier. They were happy to make a contest in defence. The tackle count at the moment, 26-17. As we have a look at the Mitch Brown one here, he's gone down. And look, did
he catch something on the way through?
Maybe. Again, though, from a stoppage, North are going to get the clearance here. Potentially a shot at goal.
The kick from Rawlings. He got it from Harvey. And it's just to behind, so we've got 1 minute to go. North Melbourne 1-4, Eagles 1-2.
Well, the contest, as I was saying before, 27-17 North Melbourne's way for tackles, 15-6 for clearances. So they play this sort of game. This is going to suit North this afternoon.
Kick in from Hearn. And there's a little bit more on it than they thought. Pratt to Thomas, ran out of time, ran out of space. That might get the crowd going a bit. And they want 50, they're not going to get it. Thomas just didn't realise McGinnity was coming. Now Rosa. Can the Eagles get one right before quarter time? Maston was almost off. Kick is low. Gee, great take on the up from McKinley, but the handball to Thomas, tried to almost throw it out. He's going to tap it out again. McKinley to McGinnity. Over the top of Swift's head. On his left boot. Wilson went past it. McIntosh to Pratt. Nat-Nui arrives. Tackles him well. Ball out wider. Nat-Nui's got it back, and he steps through 2 or 3, gets it on the boot, inside 50 with Punda. The spoil was a very good one from Rawlings, and the siren sounds. Quarter time here at Subiaco. It's a low-scoring game. There's not much room to move. Neither side giving an inch. And at quarter time, North Melbourne lead 1-4-10, the Eagles 1-2-8. Quarter time here at Subiaco, and the margin is 2 points, and North Melbourne lead 1-4 to 1-2. Very tough, very close first quarter. Goals hard to come by, as you can see. Possession-wise, Harvey and Anthony very busy for North Melbourne. But I guess, Glenn, North Melbourne will be very happy with what's going on. They seem to be enjoying the close contest.
Well, I think they've put all the pressure back on West Coast. West Coast have won the last 2 games. They've come back to their home crowd. They're expected to win, and their work rate is just far superior than the Eagles at the minute. They're making a contest. The Eagles had the win in that quarter. We talked about a 3 or 4 goal breeze, and they only kicked 1 in it. With it, sorry.
So, John Worsfold keeping his players for a long chat, and the coach of the West Coast Eagles is heading across to Lee Colbert to have a chat. Here's Lee.
Wish scrappy start from both teams, actually, but how are you going to turn it around this second half?
Well, we want to try and carry the ball a bit more. We've probably made some poor decisions going for hard options when we had some space to work in, so I want the boys to make some better decisions there.
Seems like whoever makes the most decisions or gets the skills right will win the game.
No doubt. Yeah, that's the key, and it's pretty much the key with any game. But, yeah, we certainly haven't used the ball well, especially going inside our 50.
And Mitch Brown got a tracksuit top on?
Yeah, well, I think he's just rolled his ankle, so we'll probably assess him, but he might not be able to get back out there.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks.
So thanks to John for his time as we take a look at the stats and disposals, Lee, all North Melbourne side.
Yeah, they are. They've worked really hard in that first quarter. And the main areas that I think have been probably the hallmark of North Melbourne's first quarter has been the clearance work, 14-7, and the tackle count. See, the inside 50 is pretty even, but 29-21 tackles. They've got a real appetite so far, North Melbourne, and West Coast need to match them in that area, because when you come to Subiaco Oval, the last thing you want to be doing as a team is being behind in the first quarter, and North have been able to at least make it an even ball game.
Josh Kennedy with just the one handball in that term, coming off his 4-goal game, so Grimer doing well. He had 7 disposals. Look at Harris on the burst as we start the second quarter. Clearance again for North.
They're at the back here.
Oof. Still maybe a chance. Thomas was lurking. Now Hearn just held up the handball, just did that well, Hearn. Waited, got it to Butler, who got it over to Swift. The big cue stick now. Punches it low and hard, but where Punda just went to ground again there.
Second time.
Yep.
Third time.
And he's knocked over there on the way through. He's spending more time on the ground than on his feet at the moment. Here's Greenwood. Levi Greenwood now on the left, and his target was Corey Jones. It spills over the back. Embley first to it for the Eagles, and he just played for the line and got there eventually. Lynch in the ruck against McIntosh, who tried to flip it down towards Josh Gibson. Embley caught, bent in half. Swift. Maston didn't quite control it. On hands and knees, McIntosh batted it back towards Harris, Houlihan, the give to Selwood. Swift is going to be swamped. Umpires giving it plenty of time for players to knock it out, trying to keep it alive. Eventually, they call it.
Well, it's been a stoppage game so far. West Coast, you heard John Worsfold, that they would like to open it up.
They'd like to run and carry a bit.
Run and carry it a bit. North aren't allowing that at the moment.
Well, gee, Prittis will get a free here, though. Big push in the back. Selwood. Now he's going to have to kick it over the top of glass. It got there. Petrie did well, didn't infringe the first time or the second. Jones, now the kick over. Oh, the wind got it.
Oh, the wind
just took it away.
He wasn't sure what to do there. He tried to caress it to Lindsay Thomas, but the wind just gives you an indication to all our viewers how blustery it is down there, Liam.
Liam, you just wouldn't want to be wearing a wig today.
No, you certainly would not.
It just really took it, didn't it?
It was a pretty poor option by Selwood coming out of the fence. Get to a 1-on-2.
Well, he did. But in saying that, now I think both sides have realised after a good half an hour of footy, the conditions, once you get outside 50, unless you can hit that target, I think you've got to take the goalmouth.
Gee, it hooked there too. Yeah, the wind took that as well.
And now with the Kangaroos, if they want to keep pressing good pressure on the Eagles, put scoreboard pressure, go for goals.
Gee, good effort for the marker. Butler almost paid. Swift, he didn't get rid of that properly. That should be holding the ball, and it is.
Trying to take the tackler on, but then couldn't dispose it correctly. Umpire was in prime position.
Was this a mark to Butler?
Did a fair piece of it.
Oh, just
spilt out in the last minute.
The last bit, Petrie did enough to get it through, and here's the free.
Took it on. Yeah, once you started to flap your hand like that, you're just about gone. Probably may have got away with it if you hadn't have done that. Knocked out in the tackle. Now, Corey Jones, we saw his last kick. It went right to left. Now, on that
could
form,
confuse you.
He needs to hit to the right post here.
Yeah, just hit at the right post, let it drift on through. Jones for the second goal for the Roos. It does come back, but he did it beautifully. He learnt.
Well, that's the important one, Liam, just to get off to a good start in this second quarter. They've pressed the inside 50 3 times. Good tackle. That's what you want your forwards to do. And not allow West Coast the opportunity to open the game up. We heard John Morsell say at quarter time, wants to open this game up. As we've seen, things are just starting to fly off the stand.
What did you see, Glenn?
What have you spotted, big man?
One of these signs just come up. That's how blustery it is. It's landed in the crowd, so let's just hope it hasn't hurt anyone.
So Jones with the second goal for North. They now lead by 8 points. And this very windy day here at Subiaco.
Now, Jacko, you've seen some signage work going on in the background. It's falling. That's how windy it is.
Just hope no one's been hurt by that.
From the bounce, just again, very hard for players to get free.
See this scrap that North are making this game?
Yeah, they like it.
They're loving this.
Yeah, the open running in the big spaces of Subiaco just isn't occurring.
Well, it's not really North's game, although they have introduced some running players like the likes of Anthony and these type of players, Campbell and Thomas in the forward line. They're not a super quick team, North. So that's why I think they like to play this sort of footy. That's holding the ball.
That's good pressure from Thomas on Prittis. Wasn't rewarded. We saw Jones just win a free kick and get the goal, and we'll have a ball up again.
The discrepancy in the tackle count at the moment is a real worry. 39 to 23, that's the intent. And North Melbourne's intent to tackle and put pressure on far better than West Coast at the minute. Scoreboard's not hurting them. 8 points is nothing. But it's really the flow of the game. The flow of the game is all North Melbourne at the moment.
So this will be Adam Selwood to take the kick for the Eagles after out on the full, and again holding up in that wind. But Swift is at it. Embley probably didn't want it, but he got it. Scott Selwood back to Butler. They're not going forward just yet. Maston's kick is low and hard. LaCroix, the target, wins the free. Was held.
Yeah, but up and forward line, we apparently got a good block.
Kennedy's his target. He used his body well and took the mark. It was a good kick by LaCroix. He saw Kennedy had position. He had the drop on him.
Well, I suspect that there was two actions here. We have a look at that in a sec. Is it the action of pushing and then marking? You could argue if the free kick went against him, you could argue that that was actually a free kick. But I don't mind that. I mean, he's making the players the forward, trying to mark the ball against a smaller opponent. Needs to finish. Desperately needs to finish here to get a bit of confidence in the West Coast team.
Get an indication what the wind does here.
Yeah, he's going to have to give it something. He's outside 50. He gives it plenty. He gives it a mighty roost. Kennedy kicks it.
I can see what the Eagles were trying to do. You saw Tom Swift try to do it. He tried to come through the middle of the ground and then ran into a bit of trouble. And then they got the release. Embley got the ball, which he said he didn't want. And Maston, once he got it, he went through the middle of the ground with a bit of pace. Lecrae gets a free kick and then plays on very quickly. Kennedy takes a strong one-on-one mark. But the Eagles were kicking goals before the game at that end. So Josh Kennedy had a fair amount of time practicing. Went for the right-hand goal post, hung it out to the right and let the wind bring it right back in. Good goal.
So he's coming off 4 last week. He gets the Eagles second and the margin is back to 2 points. Good kick. Finish from Josh Kennedy.
Go, Josh.
Who David Parkin said, Liam, during the week,
Yeah.
that he's just going to head back to Carlton.
Didn't he just re-sign with West Coast?
I was a bit
Well,
amused.
I think Parko's exact point was that he's basically loved at Carlton by the Carlton boys, and they'd love to get him back, but I'm tipping he ain't going anywhere.
Yep. Here's Maston, not going anywhere against Anthony. Again, good pressure from North, forcing the Eagles back, not 15.
Got to hit that target.
That's Hearn, though. He hits his target.
He read that well, Brent Harvey.
Too high.
Gee, he read that well, though. The old timer, the experienced Brent Harvey knew exactly where that handball was going, and immediately he's already left the man on the mark because he could sum up the game so well.
Nat Nui paddling to himself. And he waited, though. Numbers went out for North. Pratt. Harvey this time. Waited for it to bounce. Butler over the top. McGinnity. The Selwoods combined, the two brothers, Adam and Scott. Now this is Houlihan. Going forward. Making position was McKinley, but here's Lecrae. Handball's going to be cut off, though, by Ferrito. High ball, or high handball. Ferrito got the 1-2, and they read it, the Eagles. There was 2 there. It fell for Prittis. He kicks it low. He wants it to bounce through. Oh, Pundit gets a boot on it.
He's done it.
Well, it's a goal for the Eagles. We'll wait and see who kicked it.
Well, that's what you come to the footy, Liam, to watch great players do. Spontaneous things like David Warapunda, you just knew he had to get in front position. On conditions like today, forwards needed play in front, give themselves the best chance. Prittis puts the ball out in the front, on the goal mount, away he goes. Just got the faintest touches.
Look at that, that's what set up the goal. The second
Gang tackle.
The second effort from Lecrae. That's why he's a really good forward. And we saw the end result, which was a kick by Prittis and the nice tap through by Warapunda.
Well, there it is there. When North kicked that last goal, the prestige sign, now it flew off and landed in the crowd. So lucky, knowing a bit of a home ground advantage here, those signs are made out of foam.
Did Warapunda get a boot to that or not?
I think he got a shoelace.
He got a shoelace on it. He gets the goal. The Eagles are in front.
Did you say foam?
Something similar to foam. It's not going to hurt you if it hits you in the back of the head, because I saw it land in the crowd. And the spectators got an almighty shock, so let's hope no one's injured from it.
Any wonder it's blown off if it's made of foam.
Embley has the footy. I'll let you guys talk hardware a little bit later on. Embley's kick to the top of the square. And
That's the advantage. That's where you've got to have your forwards playing in front. The ball's going to drop down. Had plenty of numbers at the back. We saw in the earlier contest, David Warapunda work to the front, gave himself opportunity, kicks a goal. That occasion, they played from behind.
Just 15, the kick to Pratt. The Eagles with 2 in a row now, lead by 4 points as Pratt takes his time.
They've lifted their work rate, West Coast. They're starting to win more 50-50s and getting themselves in positions to win the ball.
They'll play a loose. It's Kennedy inside 50.
Just too much on the kick for him, though. And again, reading it well was Thompson. To Power. Harvey.
To Shepherd.
Yeah, good running. This is a man free if they spot him.
Adams should keep running here.
Petrie. Now, the man out wide was free, and it was Jones, and now he's got it.
He can keep going, Adams.
He's got two players in the middle, ignores them, kicks it long. The option was Goldstein. Well, it was the right option from Jones, and they may win a free kick for too high, and they do. Good work, North.
It was good work by both sides in the end. Darren Glass peeled off his direct opponent, but another free kick against the big fella, Nick Naitanui. He's just got to get lower. Won't criticise his endeavour in going and tackling. He's very good at that. But
well, Lindsay Thomas will go to the banana, you'd think, here.
Tricky day, though, with the breeze, but
well, it's going to cut back, so
it's going to cut back a bit.
It's going to be to the advantage of the left foot banana.
What will he do? Well, he's kicked it.
He's gone for Goldstein.
In fact, as not out in the full, it was touched before it went over the line, not Lindsay's best effort. So boundary throw in, North can reset and still do something here.
Try and flip it out the back here, but big Nick Nat.
Big Nick Nat got it to Selwood, Adam Selwood. The kick was smothered, but he got it back and then gave it to Ebert, who kicks up the line looking for Kennedy. Oh, good work.
Good battle, this one.
It is, isn't it? Reimer won that one and gave it off to Rawlings. Back to Thompson. 1-2 is good. Good running from Thompson. He just slipped but got the handball away. He got it to Greenwood. Kick to the outer side. Well, gee, coming in late was Jones on McGinnity. And that'll be 50 metres.
52. It's what you want your teammates to do, or your players, is to hold their ground under tough conditions like this. He would have heard the footsteps, but Patrick McGinnity, well done. You didn't back out of that one and wore a bump.
Just some big news down here, Matty. Chris Maston just come from the ground. He's in a lot of trouble. His left knee they're seeing too, which is not great news.
Well, good news for Eagles fans as we're punters taking the mark up forward. But could be real problems at West Coast with Brown in trouble and now Maston. That's going to hurt them, but that's a good take from Punter, who will give that goal to earlier. And now he's going to line up for his second. Eagles by 4. Now in the veteran stage, David Punter to make it 10 from 45 metres. He celebrates, they like it. He's got 2.
Well, we just had to go hold his feet. He's presenting himself over Rapunda. You know what he can do on the ground, and when he does find a bit of space, leads and leads well. Had to take the mark, but the kick was out to his advantage. That's the most important thing by Selwood. Give your forward every chance, went back. It's just interesting, Liam, where players are kicking goals around the ground because he just set that one up and there was no real win advantage or disadvantage to him.
And Chris Maston in a lot of problems. Let's take a look.
Oh, that's the one that hurts the posterior, isn't it, Liam?
Yep.
When they get pushed back.
My word, it is. It's the Ruckman's injury. We know doctors, but Lee Colby will be all over it down there.
So 3 goals in a row to the Eagles gives them a mini break here. They're up by 10. The North will want to react here and get the next one, but not if Lynch drives them forward. Again, standing in the way is Grimer.
Yeah, good battle, man. He read that real well.
Found a player here, North Melbourne, with Grimer this year. Thompson certainly improved. So there's a couple of positives in defence there for the Kangas.
And here is the 2 players you're talking about, Grimer to Thompson, and his option took the best option there, went longer to McMahon. Hanson presents. Wilson too quick for him. Pratt still in play. Hanson back to McMahon. Can he get the switch on? Because there's a man in the middle, but he gives it a bit of height. Sets up Anthony. Just too high with the kick. Now Houlihan to steal it for the Eagles.
Kennedy's pushed forward here.
McGinnity gets it back. 2-on-1 Eagles. Naitanui, he's going to clear a path for Lacroix. He is. Lacroix to straighten up, keeps it low and kicks number 50.
Well, good work by Naitanui and Lacroix, but the goal came from David Rapunda through the centre of the ground. Just created a 50-50. Eagles win it. But the work by Nick Naitanui, what he realised here, he was in a marking position, but he knew that he had a player free and just held his ground. Didn't give the free kick away, got his big body in the way and left the space open. You know how Lacroix is. He's very dangerous around goals, but with time and space like that, he's a good finisher. They're on a run here, West Coast.
We've talked about Mark LeCroix all season. What a wonderful year he's had. 50 goals for 2009.
Playing right up the ground there. You can see him on the left of screen.
It's a great result for a small forward.
Well, it is. It's one of the elite small forwards.
Well,
If you
you've
look
got
purely at numbers.
Brown and Favola are leading the Coleman. They're on 68. So
in a team that's only won 5 games, I might add.
It's clever what he's actually doing. He's hooking up around the ball, and then he's just getting goal side of McMahon, and that's how he got that last one.
You better give them one more, Liam. They've got 6. Otherwise, people will be on the phone.
Sorry, West Coast.
We want to cut them short. They've won 2 in a row. And the way they're playing at the moment, they'll win 3 in a row. They're on top here. They lead by 16 points, and Prittis drives the Eagles forward again. Kennedy in the middle of 2.
Good effort, though. By
Ferrito, was it?
Ferrito, yeah.
Big Mick Ferrito.
Good courage. I'm going to pay for the courage, but I'm not sure did he hang on to it, because I think McKinley just did enough to spoil this.
Oh, more than did enough there. I'm not sure about that kick from Daniel Pratt, unless he saw the interchange, Colby.
That's the smartest kick I've seen in ages, because Jones wasn't even on the ground yet.
He kicked it to him before he got on. That was amazing stuff.
McMahon, gee, gave McIntosh some worries. Jones, the man that just came on,
Dropped it.
and West Coast, and the crowd is so now involved, Liam.
Well, this is what Lee Cole talked about before. You need a fast start when you're playing the Eagles, because there's a significant crowd here on a pretty cool old day here in the West, but their team have just started to get their act together in the last sort of 10 minutes.
Good work by Rosa. Just second and third effort. Stayed in the hunt with the tackles and got rewarded. It's an area of his game he's certainly improved in recent times.
They put a bit of work into this bloke. He's starting to get a bit too much of the footy and a bit too much space, Tim Houlihan.
Adam Selwood's getting plenty of it. That's normal for him, though. Chip over the top. Rosa or Prittis the target. In the middle of the 2 was Greenwood.
Well, Adam
Did well to
Selwood,
hold it up, sorry.
Adam Selwood's had 15 touches, mainly in defence, but he's had 2 inside 50s as well. So he's had a good game. Pretty much playing behind the footy.
Yeah, he's hot at the moment.
Brent Harvey's had it 14 times, but no inside 50s as yet. So a lot of his balls behind the footy as well. A lot of his possessions.
Ball spills out the back from that kick forward, and first to it, though, to react was Rawlings. Anthony, his target, not a lot to kick to here. He's got to come in board to Urquhart. Now he must take the longer option. He does. Hanson again presenting. Strong take. Little give over to Campbell. Fumble, but he's got genuine pace. Can he get around Scott Selwood? Not just yet. Will he get it back? Not just yet.
Pushing back. He did well there, Scott Selwood. Just corralled him in. They're smart footballers, the Selwoods. We know that. He didn't let Campbell get past him because he just cut the angle off.
Very important the Kangaroos get the next goal.
Yeah, the Eagles have kicked the last 4. Hearn cleaning up. Selwood at him again. Swift and Prittis combined. They're trying to set up the loose man. Lynch prefers to kick.
Risky.
Oh, risky with that wind. And Hanson did enough to force the boundary throw in, as Wilkes was the intended target. Darren Glass a little bit proppy. Did you catch that, Colby?
Yeah, he's right shoulder, which Glass he hasn't had any trouble with before, but the 2 on the bench, Mitch Brown might have a fracture in his foot, which is not great, and as we mentioned, posterior for Chris Marston, so maybe be able to come back on.
So perhaps late in the day that could be a factor. Kick was touched, but they've got numbers here, North. Out the back, Adams, he's kicked his second, and they needed that.
Well, they certainly did. It's against the run of play. West Coast dominating the last 7 or 8 minutes, and as you mentioned before, they've kicked 4 straight, but this is the one they needed. Boomer Harvey just pushed that ball forward, and just another opportunist goal, but in the right space. Good handball over the top by Corey Jones. Brings the margin back to 10 points, Liam.
Been good, Lee Adams. Liked his spark this afternoon. Got a bit of the ball. He's had 9 touches. Been very good.
He's picked up a couple of goals, Adams, and gets North back to a 10-point game, and we just see West Coast on interchange. They're down to 2 now, and they're going to have to work extremely hard through their midfield, even though we've got Brown, who's a defender, off. All helps with the rotations. Lynch, Harris first there. And through that, and he's been pinged. An advantage paid. Houlihan's away again. Into the pocket he goes. Now, no crummer there for the Eagles. Good pick up by Embley, but it's cut off by Campbell. Now, long ball, he wanted Thomas. Now, all Thomas wanted to do was play body on body with Hearn and just held him. Thomas never looked at the footy there.
No,
He'd given up before the ball was there.
Well, he knew he was going to be outsized. Look at the size of Shannon Hearn as opposed to Lindsay Thomas. Doesn't really want to get in a wrestle with him. Powerful player, Shannon Hearn. Darren Glass looks like he's okay with the shoulder. He slipped over and hurt his shoulder. He went to ground before.
This is McGinnity, who's enjoying a good second quarter. 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Home side up by 10 as McGinnity hits it out wide to Lacroix, too high. It's going to set up for Ferrito. Not paid again for Ferrito. And let's take a look back to Darren Glass, Liam.
Just, if you see, he goes to ground and, yeah, just the arm went out. Oh, and, yeah, let's, should be okay, you'd think, but had the arm on the stretch when he went down.
Pritis in and under, first to it. As we so often see, you win the free kick if you're at it. Back to Selwood. Kennedy.
Yeah.
Not yet. Thompson did well there, just came through at the right time, gave it to Rawlings. Long kick from him out towards Ferrito. They close in on him. Ferrito punches it up the line, out of bounds.
Well, one thing that I'm enjoying the battle with Nathan Grimer and Josh Kennedy. What Nathan's not allowing Josh to do is work the front position, and he was working too deep, Kennedy, to get to that contest and just didn't have any effect on it. He's got to work more to get in front.
Embley beat one tackle, couldn't beat the second. Nat Nui came through. Adams throws it on the boot. Squeezes it forward. Jones can't get free. Two tacklers holding the ball. Gang tackling by the Eagles. No advantage. First Glass, then Ebert. Glass wins the free kick and switches to Hearn, who measures the pass beautifully to McGinnity. Just holds up in the breeze. McGinnity, oh, he took an age. And Anthony came in and pinged him. And away goes Harvey. One bounce, not a lot to kick to. Only target there is Petrie. No one in the forward 50 yet.
Just had to have better awareness there, Patrick McGinnity. Knew the player should have been in his vicinity.
He made two blues there. He gave away the free kick.
And then stopped.
He didn't hold up Brent Harvey.
Harris didn't get the one-hander there. Adams. Here's Harris. No, yes, wait. Threw it out to Adams, who gave it back to him. I don't want it yet. Hooks it around the corner. Diving attempt by Adam Selwood. Coming through Swallow. North Melbourne desperate here. Another throw in the tackle.
Corey Jones has been big for throwing it, I reckon, 3 times for the quarter.
As soon as he gets it, they just swamp it.
50, behind your mark. Here, go behind your mark.
You must think, well, I'm getting my hands on it. But the problem is the West Coast defenders are getting their hands on him at the same time.
Come out. Bring it on. Play on.
Houlihan to take the kick. Just holds up in that wind, and Nat Nui did well. And he's up and gone.
What was he doing there?
I'm not sure. He confused everyone, including Swift, who he gave it to. I think he was just running past, and all of a sudden he had the football.
I've never seen a bloke shepherd a bloke who's on the ground by getting on the ground yourself after you've handballed it.
But that could go down as technically shepherded himself.
Big Nick Nat.
Oh, he's exciting, though.
He is.
He is fantastic. He's involved here, but it's Ebert at the clearance. Into the pocket it goes. Again, it's this contest between Grimer and Kennedy. It falls there for Gibson, and the boundary line first to it.
Good work by Ebert at the stoppage there. Got the clearance out. Just held his ground real well. But
yeah,
this gives it in, then like a ball just goes straight into him. Look.
It wasn't textbook, was it?
No, it was. That's getting low to Shepherd, I can tell you.
Lynch. Great attack on the ball by Harris. Grimer somehow got it out to Power. His handball was a searching one forward. It falls for Thomas. They've made something out of nothing here, North. Adams, Greenwood, they're still going. Still going. Greenwood kept it in play. Now. Oh, geez, strong by Glass. Petrie came in.
I don't know if it's 50. I like the look on the replay here because Petrie, I mean, he has to be committed to the contest or else he'll get a spray from his coach. Could he pulled out of that? I don't think so. I think it's just a good contest. Great courage by Darren Glass. Obviously, you blokes don't agree with me.
No, I tend to agree with you, Jacko. That's why we didn't say anything. It just summed it up beautifully. And Embley couldn't take it. Rosa is there, and North Melbourne come in and hold it in.
The Gibson-Embley match-up's been a fascinating one. Neither of them had a real impact on the game, and you just wonder whether it's a good match-up in a way because you can play with him in the midfield. I'd much prefer to see Gibson playing with him in defence, which he's doing right now, and look out.
Oh, he just let him go for a second, and Embley swoops and misses. Look at the crystal ball out there, Liam.
Well, gee whiz, it was about to make me sound real silly. If he had to run on and kick the goal, but he got goal side. You can see Gibson in the picture, but just read it really well.
He'd snap most of those, Andrew Embley. He doesn't miss many like that.
What have they had? They've had 9 touches each, 8 and 9 apiece. They've played on each other the whole match. They're not getting a lot out of him in the midfield, Gibson.
Numbers here for West Coast from that kick.
What's the chance of this going long?
He's going to be mindful that not go too long.
He kept it low. He wanted Kennedy. Was in the right spot. Crumbing front and square was Prittis. Can he finish it off? Yes, indeed.
Well, Liam, you called it. Is he going to go long in? And you could sense the crowd wants to go long. But well done, Quinn Lynch, for not going long because there was about 5 North Melbourne players hovering back to the goal mouth. Found an option here. Kennedy, well, at least he held his feet. Sold a bit of candy there, way he went in, kicked the goal. Well, it was a good goal because he went to the right option where there was more numbers pressing forward in a dangerous area. And had he gone to the top of the square, there was 5 North players waiting there.
Great work by Matt Prittis.
It's an area that Kennedy, who dropped that mark, he's got to get better at. And he will with more experience. But he shouldn't have dropped that mark. He had a little player on him. And then slipping through his fingers as a key forward.
2 minutes remaining in the half, and the Eagles are out to a 17-point lead. Leap over the top from Petrie, not successful.
And the other part of this game, where the West Coast have been much better at the clearances in the second quarter than they were in the first quarter. 16 to 22 now in favour of North. Major discrepancy in the first quarter. Tackle counts evened up as well. 45 North, 36 West Coast. They've obviously addressed what was letting them down in the first quarter, getting some scoreboard result.
So Goldstein wins the free kick from the ruck contest for a push. Yeah, just not sure about that one to McMahon.
Inside 50s for the quarter. There's not much to kick to here for McMahon. 15 to 7.
Spotted Harvey though.
That's 15 to 8. And Vic Hamish is pushed down here, or Goldstein it is.
Harvey kicks out in that direction. They arrive in numbers. Hanson cut off by Webb Punter, but Thomas is there. Now he spots Anthony. Wonderful vision. Anthony should go back and kick the goal.
Good work by Thomas there. Just looking up. Could have gone to the top of the square, but the nature of today's play is a lot of both defensive teams are pushing to the goal square. But if you just be mindful, lift your vision and look for a better option. West Coast early on with Lynch. This time for the Kangaroos with Thomas.
It'll swing from right to left. It needs to be outside the right post. Gee, hit it hard enough that it stayed there. $16 points the margin. 8 scoring shots to 9.
Can't concede another goal here, North.
I think it's still, they've got 40 seconds to hold it in and get one themselves.
Exactly right. It'll be a bonus if they can get one.
Yep.
But they just can't afford to give one away here.
And they've got a chance here to kick it.
Players inside 50 if they can just look up.
Harvey.
It's going to hurt if they turn this over.
A chance still.
Oh, the pace.
Look at the pace from Campbell. And Campbell kicks an absolute beauty. That's the finish they wanted before half-time.
Well, just going to say that was a poor miss by Liam Anthony, which would have brought it back to 10 points. But have a look at the hand skills first on the ground to keep the ball alive, pushing it forward. Fantastic play by Matty Campbell.
Was it ever? It was brilliant. And the importance of a little bloke. We know Hearn went to him early. That was a North Melbourne matchup, I'd reckon. But If he had got away there, Selwood, it could have gone down and rebounded the other end, but you're right. His work on the ground level is just fantastic. Very, very clean and a good finish.
And Brent Harvey, he was on the end of that. He's been on the end of a few forward 50 entries, up to 19 possessions. He's starting to cause West Coast a few problems.
So a timely goal for North Melbourne, and they'll get the margin back to 10 points. Campbell's first for the afternoon. Great individual effort. They're winning the clearance here. Surely. Can they get one more? They're going in the wrong direction, though. Thompson, Harvey, hooking up Anthony. Numbers favouring the Eagles here, though, and reading it best was Wilson. And the West Coast Eagles will be satisfied with their first half. A very low-scoring first quarter when it was just 1 goal each, and North Melbourne led by 2 points at quarter time. But 5 goals to 3 in that term for the West Coast Eagles, who have some issues on the bench. They're down to 20, but at half-time here at Subiaco, they lead by 10. We'll take a break. Welcome back to Subiaco. There's a little bit of sun in that shot, but we can tell you that the rain has just swept through once again, and you can just see there, very light, very misty. Lee Colbert, you're out right amongst it.
Oh, mate, I am. This is what happens as a boundary rider. You get absolutely pelted at half-time through the game, but it is wet.
He's
very wet out
He's
here.
poured water on himself.
Of course he has. It's not that wet.
That's freezing. He's poured water on himself.
He's thrown a cup of water on himself.
Oh, that's a first.
I've seen people sweat, but that's ridiculous, Lee.
He doesn't think we're going to buy that. It's not. The clouds are beautiful at the moment. Hardly
It's one of those days, isn't it? The sun comes out, it rains, the sun comes out again. It's a mixture, as you see some of the crowd there with their waterproofs on, but the sun is shining.
Well, there is an alternative, Liam. It's called an umbrella.
No
Yes.
umbrellas.
He is sitting in the dugout with the CEO, Eugenia Rocker, and Anthony Trainer, head of marketing down there at the Roos, getting a bird's eye view.
Pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. A pot of gold for the West Coast Eagles will be win number 7. And, I mean, there's a long way to go. We've still got 2 quarters to go, but if they can win their 3rd in a row, they'll be 1 game behind Hawthorn.
Amazing stuff, isn't it? It was only a few weeks ago they were talking about tanking.
Yep.
This group's put that beyond doubt. They're trying to win, which is great.
Margin is 10 points. Second half underway, and Nick Natanui is up over the top for the first knock. And he's following it up and did enough to get it to the path of Swift, who drives them forward. McKinley and Webb Punda first there for the Eagles. The ball turned on its head and went back to Brady Rawlings. His kick, Harvey, who had 20 disposals in that first half.
No inside 50s, though, for Brent Harvey, which is unusual.
Swift wasn't his namesake there. In fact, he was treacle.
I'll tell you the interesting matchup today, and I've noticed in recent weeks, really since Darren Crocker's taken over as coach, that Brady Rawlings has played more as an offensive player. You know, he was playing a lot more in the midfield. He's now playing behind the footy.
Yep.
So he's on Weir Punda this afternoon. Had plenty of the ball himself, Brady Rawlings. He had 15 touches, but Weir Punda's kicked 2. But I think that's where his role will be in this setup at the moment, is playing as a defender on the dangerous small forwards.
Hearn just measures the pass to Lacroix, but his space was closed up quickly by Jones. And Prittis.
Natanui's got out here. Missed him.
Still kick it to him.
Houlihan presents for him. If Natanui cuts on the angle, he may get it back, but
He's
no.
on Daniel Harris at the moment. So you just put it on his head.
Out wider to Butler, who moved forward. Swift knows how to find the footy, young Swift. High ball, big pack forming. Crummer needed for the Eagles. First to it, though, for the North is Pratt.
That's holding the ball.
Clean take below the knees by Webb Punda. Around the corner for number 3.
Well, you're right. He does know how to find the football. Tom Swift, he put it to the top of the square. Just pushing numbers back. We saw a different free. Well, he got the hand out there, so I'll give him the credit. But David Warapunda kicks his 3rd goal and just knows how to get amongst the dangerous area on the ground. David Warapunda, very smart player, and he's having a sure impact in this game.
Most dangerous forward on the ground at the moment.
Only had 5 touches, but 3 goals.
Yep.
So whilst Brady Rawls, I think one-on-one's been really good as a defender, you don't want your opponent kicking 3 goals in a half a footy pretty much.
So margin back to what it was just before half-time, 16 points.
Another centre clearance to the West Coast.
Kennedy and Grimer, one-on-one. Kennedy goes down, Grimer goes with him. Rawlings in over the top.
Oh, look at him.
Oh, I should have hair dryer.
Dryer on. Yeah.
He did throw water on his face.
He did.
Not another person on the ground that's wet.
To all our viewers, don't be fooled and don't feel sorry for him.
The sun's out here. It's a beautiful day in Perth.
Here's the decision. And the tackle from Nat Nui on Urquhart. Plenty of players around the ball once again. Urquhart standing in the way. Tap forward to where Pundit. Could this be 4? No, it's missed everything. Gone right across the face, out of bounds on the full.
It was a great smother. Just their work in their forward line pressure has been very good in recent weeks, and they continue to do that, West Coast. Just hunt the football and try and create opportunities. On that occasion, David Rapunta, I don't think if he had his time again and realised how much time he had, he could have turned and probably attacked the goals more than just
blazed away, really, didn't he, in the finish?
The wind just sort of taking that right to the line in front of Anthony. It'll hold up here as well.
So well we marked this.
Just dropped in front of all of them, but Thomas runs onto it. Open forward line for North.
Campbell will keep belting here.
So will Thomas as Jones takes the mark.
Hanson's the long option.
Oh, Boomer Harvey, he's the one. He's still there.
Hanson's the goal square option against a smaller opponent here.
And that's where he went. Hanson backs back.
Takes the mark.
And just in time, just before the line got there, and a strong mark, but now on a very tight angle. Doesn't waste any time. Plays on quickly and drills it. Confident shot from Hanson.
Good play by North Melbourne there to get that in quickly. And look, you look at Corey Jones, he summed the situation up well. He went long, bit of hands in the back stuff going on there, but more than happy to pay that. And he's certainly got some advantage in size on Shannon Hearn. Good mark by the big fella. I like what I saw with Lockie Hansen last week, and then just thought his way through it. Got on quickly, actually, because he knew that they'd come and close up that space. Embley hadn't quite got there in time.
Quick answer there from North Melbourne. Tidy little finish from Lockie Hansen. His 9th goal of the season.
At 3 last week. It was pretty good.
Nat Nui will have the spring there. Prittis first to it. Adam Selwood. Slews a little bit off the side. Asks a fair bit of Rosa, and he's equal to it. Took the mark. Running on for him is Swift.
Oh, he's
open forward
here.
line if he can get there.
McKinley.
Not enough on the kick. McKinley was the target. Houlihan swoops in for the crumb. Hands off. Gives it over to Lynch. In turn, he does likewise to Kennedy. Net result, goal Eagles.
Well, quick response by the Eagles, but Matt Rosa once again had to back into it. He just sized it up and judged it a little bit better, moved on forward, but Houlihan, he's a player that's just is growing in confidence as the weeks go by. He's just getting more and more of the football, but he's getting him in dangerous areas. He's working, and that's through work rate. He's pushed forward here, and then just a couple of options here. Handball over the top, and they thought their way through it. In these tough conditions, sometimes you can over-handball it, but got the desired result. Good goal.
So Kennedy gets his second, and it's goal for goal here at Subiaco. We thought it might open up. It did so in the second quarter. And the centre clearances.
Well, they've won the first 3, and that make that 4 for this
Beautiful
quarter.
tap from Nat Nui, releasing Embley, who drives it long to the square. One-on-one, Lynch went back and almost put in the one-hander.
John.
Oh, we'll see it in a while, but that tap, have a look at this.
Look at the work from the big fella. Bad setup by North Melbourne. You can't have your bolt-through player like Embley there running with no one defensive side. Mind you, it was a wonderful tap. We haven't seen an athlete like Nat Nui in this game for a long, long time, if ever, someone like him. And once he learns how to play, he's going to be some So exciting.
Lynch did everything right but mark it there. Got rid of Thompson, who goes back for another go at it.
We've done one well out of Fiji, haven't we, really? Aussie rules.
Enlighten me.
Well, Nat Nui, Alapati Carlisle at the taller end, and little Davey Roden from Port Adelaide. A little place. We've done well. We've recruited well.
Not going to say anything there. It's perfectly right there, Liam. I just think, are you trying to get yourself a holiday? That was all.
I wouldn't mind a holiday to Fiji, yeah.
There you go. And there's a tackle high, and it's going to be a West Coast free kick. Underneath all of that, as usual, Adam Selwood.
They've really lifted their intensity since quarter time, the West Coast.
What was going on there? A little bit of dancing with your partner.
Shannon Hearn's going to try and get around the back here.
Maybe try and be designated kicker. No. 55 out, Selwood heads to the square. Kennedy was there and pushed through.
Would Hearn have got the extra 5 metres?
I think he would have. I think he would have.
Needed to be heading straight to goal, though. He needed to be on the right axis.
If it was the other side of the ground, that's right, with his right leg boundary side, he would have definitely given it to him. But you're right, he had to kick that across his body. They've made the move on Brady Rawlings, has moved off Wirrapunda. Pratt's now got the job on Wirra. That's gone about 6 metres.
Power back to Pratt. Bit messy this.
Oh, risky kick. Yeah, they've got loose players everywhere here, West Coast.
Turned it over Thompson, and it's going to hurt him. Going to hurt him on the way back. Chance for McKinley now. And this will be the biggest margin of the day if he kicks it. There's the Thompson kick. Cut off by Selwood, who's having a big day.
It was take your pick, really. Embley was clear as well. He looks like a big player, Ben McKinley. He's just on 6 foot, 184 centimetres.
Kick's not bad. The kick is perfect. This is a good lead for the Eagles.
Well, just an important 10 minutes. The West Coast have kicked 3 goals and pressing to break this game open. The Kangaroos are just struggling to get past the centre line. They have done a couple of times, and once with great effect went down and kicked that goal. And they've just got to deny now West Coast this momentum and start attacking the other way and getting their forwards just coming up the ground a little bit. They're just getting stretched out because of the length of the ground, and it can create problems for the opposition sides coming here. Just the length of the ground. But good goal by West Coast.
First for Ben McKinley, but a real danger time now for North Melbourne. It's a 4-goal lead for the West Coast. They're really dominating out of the middle. This is where they've started in this second half.
Yeah, their setups hasn't been right this quarter, North.
Bounce somehow favoured Nat Nui. He's going to paddle it over the top to Pritis, who gets it off to Embley, and he runs to 50. Embley for a 5-goal lead. It's picture perfect for the Eagles.
Well, I just want to talk about Nat Nui on this occasion. Just his work. He did an earlier contest, we didn't mention it, but he's done it twice in this quarter. He follows up with his big body, just gets it in the way. Look, burrows in, gets the ball, release the ball, and then follows it. Just because of his size, he's going to create a big hole or just a big void against the opposition where they just can't get around him. And he hasn't dominated on the possession sheet. He's only had the 2. But his aerial work in this quarter has certainly turned the game for West Coast.
Talked about Embley a bit today, about how well he's been going the last month. He's now got 12 disposals. That's the better finish that we expect from him. 5-goal lead, and North have to do something about Nat Nui here.
They look at the centre square clearances for this quarter.
Yep.
5-0.
There it is again.
Well,
they got numbers in off the line there, North. That's important. They had to get in and close up some of that space.
well, the problem is it was an area they dominated North Melbourne the first quarter a bit, and now it's an area they're getting smashed at. Goldstein's
just height there.
Not athletic enough. Although he's got a basketball background for Nat Nui, so North will load the pressure, the number up here, numbers up, plenty more blokes around the ball.
And they're giving him a rest now, so Lynch goes in the ruck, and Nat Nui's going to full forward, just trying to stretch him for height. It's good coaching.
Well, the clearance
he's only a young man too. Yeah. Give him a rest. I mean, you know.
At one stage, it was 16-8, the clearance count in favour of North. It's now 24 North, 23 West Coast. So around the ground, they've lifted in that area as well, West Coast.
Lynch did okay there, just left it in the path for Priddis. McKinley tried to beat one, tried to beat two.
Holding the ball.
That's holding the ball.
He's going to get pinged too.
All together now.
Yeah, we all agreed on that one. Fair to say.
Second tackle, straight back. Right out, guys, play on.
North need the next goal. Pratt puts it out in front of... Oh, that's a good handball from Petrie. Now Ferrito, this is the important kick.
Yes,
Thomas is in space. That's good work, North, because that is better footy, and now Thomas must kick the goal.
Well, it's just their set up that occasion. They were in a straight line in their forward 50 from the goal mouth, and then they spread. Once they were pressing and they looked up ground, Ferrito got that ball, then they spread and led to the area. They had a couple of options, but Lindsay Thomas, he was in best position. Let's see if he can finish off.
21-20, so he's at about 50-50, and he makes it a straight 50-50, 21 each. Disappointing for Darren Crocker and the coaching staff. That was a big kick.
Disappointing for Lindsay more so, because he is a class player. He just has to finish off his good work and bring more consistency to his game.
As that kick from Hearn just spotted where Punter in a bit of space and just...
See, there's nothing wrong with a bloke like Shannon Hearn kicking the ball in long, because he kicks it low.
Yeah, it doesn't hold up.
It's the bloke that just bangs it high, and they've got the zone set up. Three blokes come across with a fist, then gets hit forward to where all the loose players are that are in the zone, and it's trouble. Hit him on the head, I think. He's going to still get it.
There he goes.
Here he goes, and the crowd will enjoy this. Does he want to get it back?
Yeah,
Look at it go. He's keep going.
Oh, Kennedy. The anti-climax.
Just going back to the Hearn kick, where he's become such a weapon for West Coast is he gets it with pace, and if he gets it out 60, 70 metres out, well, he can have a shot on goal, but...
It's a mark. It's hit him on the scone. He's taken the mark. Yeah, how exciting he's been, Nick Nat-Nui.
Here's a cut-off, though. Sorry to interrupt, because he's going to get it from Selwood. Oh, he likes to handle, he likes to give it off. Sometimes he's going to learn that sometimes he has to kick.
There he is again.
As exciting as he's been, he's had 4 touches. Yeah. But it's been his work at the
we'll talk about that in a minute.
And clearance work has been so good. He doesn't get a huge amount of footy, but he will once he learns how to...
Well, he has to now. He has to be a little bit more, not selfish, but he's got to make sure that when he does get it, he makes the decision on that occasion. He just handballed it straight away. He had a chance to kick a goal.
Kick forward from Petrie. Now, first to it was Scott Selwood. So he's won the free kick.
No, that's all right. Oh.
Switch of play on for the Eagles. They've got 2 or 3 out to pick from. Houlihan gets it eventually from Wilson.
Side.
Into the middle, Hearn. Oh, he spotted a player wide, wanted to get it out there quickly. Can Rosa do it? Houlihan kept going. Strong running. Pocket to Lynch on the chest. And he'll go back and have a shot, surely.
He bodied.
No, plays on, spots a man in the middle, turns it over. Now can North do something on the rebound here?
That's a good kick.
The vision is good. Inboard, Swallow.
No numbers.
They've got one out wide here, though. It's Hansen. It holds up for him. The next one, the crucial one. Can he find a target? He wants McIntosh. Gets him. Power leads into the pocket, but he gave it to Thomas, who hooks it around the corner. Not his best kick, but somehow Sam Power stole it. Ran into trouble, though. Nat-Nui to clean up. And North have turned it over. On the way out, Wilson. He may turn it over. Ebert couldn't get it. Campbell can. To Adams. Throws it on the boot. 2-on-1 here for the Eagles. Going back Glass. Missed it. And it'll go through. No, it won't.
It's hit the padding.
It hit the post, so we'll have a throw in. So still a chance here for North Melbourne. McIntosh sets up, tries to flip it out the back to Thomas. Thomas missed one.
He's got a shove as he kicked it then.
And he's asked the umpire, and the umpire's in the best position.
Well, that's 2 points in a row there for Thomas.
Got a little... Well, he got a decent nudge, but it was in the side.
Let's have a look.
It's in the back. It's right in the back.
Straight in the back.
That should have been a free kick.
The word it should have.
He's asking the question.
Back.
He
Just the concerning thing there is the umpire was 4 metres away.
The umpire's 4 metres, but he was behind.
Thanks, Brent.
Clear vision.
So the clouds come over again as this weather continues to come in and out. Adams on the line. Measures the pass. Harvey, good strong hands. Wants to move it on quickly. Boomer. Oh, he's just missed everything there. Chance for West Coast on the way out. Glass. Adam Selwood. Backpedaling.
He's doing a lot of work, Houlihan.
Oh, he's running hard, isn't he? He's going to put Selwood. Oh, that's just great footy from Adam Selwood.
That's clever.
Knew he was going to be gone. Houlihan's kick. Finds Kennedy. Good work this. McKinley, open forward line, where Punda goes one way, Lacroix the other. But he goes back to Adam Selwood. Better vision from him. Josh Kennedy now. Chips over the top.
Oh.
McKinley stopped and waited.
Tell you what, Adam Selwood's game today has been outstanding. Even that passage of play. He's had 24 touches. He's had 6 inside 50s. His work rate's just been unbelievable this afternoon.
He's had a good season, Adam Selwood.
Who wins the best and fairest for the West Coast?
Oh, it's tight. You got Lacroix, Lynch and Selwood amongst that.
Hearn?
Hearn's come very late in recent weeks. His form, he's been in fantastic form. So
For North Melbourne, the major possession winners, Brent Harvey's had 26, Liam Anthony's had 20, Scott Thompson 18, and Brady Ruling 17. Tim Houlihan's had 20 for the West Coast as well.
Play on, not 15. Play on.
Play on from the clearance. The punch forward from Ebert.
It's getting dark here.
Yeah, it's getting dark. We'll see Lee Colbert, who was drowned before. He'll have a miners helmet on shortly.
Anyway, Darren Glass has been terrific this afternoon as well. Nothing's got by. Glass down in defence.
Just his professional game once again.
just his leadership in this last month, where they've enjoyed a few wins and a bit of momentum. He's led by the front.
Andrew Embley, free kick. Andrew Embley, yep.
Free kick against Gibson off the ball. As Lacroix and McMahon enjoy each other's company. Embley doesn't want to worry about it. Plays on quickly. Kennedy slides in. Embley keeps going.
Is that a bit of an Andrew Strauss, or did it actually carry?
Looked like a bit of an Andrew Strauss. That's a new vernacular we can bring in. Like it.
Over the back.
Nat Nui.
He's got a mark then.
Oh, he's still going though. He's gang tackled. It's still alive for the Eagles. Adam Selwood. What a goal! What was it touched?
He's kicked it.
It's a goal, and it's an absolute beauty. Here's a gem.
That was absolutely brilliant play. They kept the ball alive. We set a bit of a box on. If I was the West Coast, I wouldn't bother with this.
He's in everything, that Nui. He is.
Well, there's no point the West Coast boys being involved in this.
They're taking on all three of them here. They're taking on Nick, Nat, and Nui.
Let's have a look at this. The Kennedy kick goes long.
Look, he got a good run at it, so he'll get better at this. He's got to finish those marks, but look at the work here by Selwood.
Big scuffle after the goal. Nat Nui involved, but he's having a big... He's not getting a lot of possessions, as you mentioned, but he's influential in this third term. And so is that man there. That was just a terrific goal from Selwood. And the crowd have found their voice again, because the margin's at 34. As Greenwood heads in the Petrie territory. Strong hands from Drew, and he squares it up. Hands in the target. Front and square, Swallow. Perfect position. Squeezes it right.
Yeah, some sort of game Adam Selwood's had so far today.
Here's the goal.
Look at the way he kept that alive. That is just brilliant. His awareness to get it on his foot. He was going for goal. Don't worry about that.
Fantastic.
Did the stunt roll, threw the boot at it. Bang. Goal.
Tumbled kick forward. Very tough one to mark. That's nice work below the knees from McMahon. He picked it up cleanly.
Good vision.
And that is good work for Jones.
Oh, well done.
He was crunched by Hearn.
Is he watching the ball, Shannon Hearn?
Campbell back. Kangaroos kept playing though. Didn't worry about the whistle. High ball for McIntosh. And they need this goal.
Now let's have a look at Shannon Hearn. Yeah, he was. Brilliant.
Good contest.
Did well. Thought initially that he hadn't really gone for the ball. I thought he was just taking the man out.
That's right here. He's on it.
Big Hamish. Been good in front of goal. He's been accurate. He's kicked 12-3 for the season.
They need this. The Roos. West Coast have put together 4 in a row. 5 for the quarter. But the last 4, importantly.
Kicks it straight. kicks it through. They hang in there, the Roos.
Well, they have got the options up there. They've got a couple of tall targets and Lindsay Thomas as well. So they've got some magic on the ground as well. But on that occasion, it was a good mark, pushing forward as a ruckman. That's what you want to do, and then finishing off. Kangaroos now need to get back-to-back goals and put some pressure back on West Coast going forward.
Well, I think that's where Hamish McIntosh will take his game to the real top-class level, is if he can do it between down the corridor.
A free kick off the ball here, high contact. I think it's against Nat Nui.
He's a little bit ruffled.
So they've baited him, and
well, you
used to hit the nail on the head. No need for West Coast to get involved in it.
I wouldn't think so. They've got all the play.
Again,
Great
strong hands, Petrie's trying to lift his side from up forward. He's just running hard, presenting. Player in the pocket, ignores that, sets it up high.
Jeez,
In fact, he's kicked it. He made the distance, but it was just in between all his forwards, wasn't it?
Well, I thought he was going for Harris, and then I thought, oh, no, he's having a shot. I think he was a bit like that himself.
Two minds.
Just bang it as long as I can. Jeez, it was a terrific mark, though.
He's had 3 strong takes in this third term. They're at 26 points is the deficit now. Just been stung into action a little bit here, North.
Lights are on, boys, as requested too. It was getting very dark.
Thanks, Lee. I know you've got all 4 conditions down there today. Here he is again.
This is what happens with a long kick. There's normally loose players, and Anthony's got forward.
Ebert.
Yeah, that's a poor tackle by Lindsay Thomas. He went low there, though. We're nearly going to be away with that, North.
Yeah.
He didn't need
Get 50 there too.
Well, he didn't need to lead the ground to tackle. That was exactly what happened there. If he stayed on the ground, instead of jumping, he wouldn't have got him high. And they had loose players, North.
Then Ebert was pushed to the ground. There's still plenty of push and shove going on. There's a little bit of aggro on the game at the moment as Ebert in the McKinley direction. Ferrito spoil was a good one. Harvey.
She does that well.
Intelligent play, but just went without it. Butler got in his back. Houlihan. McGinnity. Squeezed up, no room, out of bounds.
Yeah, this is the
Top
free
of the
kick
screen.
he gave
Yep.
away. I'll turn it up.
Too high.
Oh.
Push out. Push out.
Another free kick.
McIntosh. Straight back on the full.
This time, McIntosh from the ruck.
Move it on.
Chipping out wide. Oh, Anthony just took that a little bit easy there. Put himself under pressure, hooked around the corner, and as a result, a turnover. Lacroix, Lynch.
Kidney's a long target here. Now, that's a risky kick.
Wilson wanted it. Now he's going to have to make it. And he did.
Did well.
Well, he demanded the footy, and then when he realised it was going to be a bit of a contest, went up and did his best.
191 centimetres. It was a risky kick up against Harris, who's pretty small. Daniel Harris, what size is he? 180, so 11 centimetre difference there. The ball was in the air a long time.
Distance won't be a problem. He can give it a thump. It's a good vision of what maybe the wind will take it right to left. It holds. It holds. It's a goal.
Well, that's a handy goal for Callum Wilson, who started a full forward and kicked the first goal of the game. But he's going back to his customary position after quarter time, which has been in the back pocket. But his work rate pushing forward, and that's what you want. Quentin Lynch looked for the big switch, and he, like Hearn, can reach the other side of the ground with their big kick, and he was strong in the contest. It's an area of his game he's certainly improved on. You're going to hit the contest like that, you've got to complete the mark, and on that occasion he did. Finished off with a good goal.
2 goals now to Callum Wilson. One from up forward, one from down back, and
He used it, didn't he?
yeah, size of the good size.
Arms on him. He's a big boy. One of your blokes, Jacko, from
Yeah,
South Fremantle.
From South QT originally.
Yeah, bounce was always going to be called back there.
Reset it, boys. Thanks, Paddy. Paddy.
Your tutelage as he was coming through the junior ranks, no doubt.
enjoyed him down in the last couple of years down at South, and looking forward to him in the Waffle finals this year as well.
Selwood wanted the free kick for high contact. Yeah, got it late.
He got it from the other umpire who was 50 metres away. It was definitely a free kick.
Move it quickly here. Ebert the target. Urquhart's got superior pace to get to it. Now Ebert kept it in.
He did that well.
He wants support. Urquhart back on it. He wants the boundary.
Oh,
and he's pinged.
That's a bit harsh. I'd like to see the replay on that. I haven't seen one of them played for a while.
Now, this is where your boys all have a shot after training, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, they do, but it doesn't usually blow like this after training.
Into the teeth of goals here.
And he's just going to kick it up in the air and hope for a big mark. Naitanui at the back. McIntosh at the front. With Punda. He ran into Swallow and he drags him down.
Thanks, fellas. Watch it on the way up. No holding up the footy.
Nowhere to go there for David Wepunda, who's got 3.
Face the footy.
Eagles lead by 32 points. Lynch out of the ruck.
Always going to do that.
Well, clear.
That's where you have to have defenders helping the ruckman. Just be alert. I know you've got to look after your direct opponent, but you had to kick that. Really would have broken the hearts of the Kangaroos, who have worked back in the last 4 or 5 minutes to get back in the game, kick the last goal.
Inside the last 3 minutes of this third term, he's got the feeling that the Kangaroos need one before three-quarter time. Not going to get it at the moment because Wilkes stands strong. Now he's forced to just kick it up in the air and hope here. And he hoped that someone can just push their opponent out the way like a McKinley.
Well, I mentioned earlier, he's not a tall player, McKinley. He's a very strong body player. He's very good mark. But he's only 6 foot.
What you got to do is keep this guy on the leg rope and tie it to the goalpost and only allow him to go 30 metres out.
Extremely strong, though. It's the way he just bodied Daniel Pratt, who's no shrinking violet.
Because he does his best work in this area from about 35, 40 out. He's smart. He got in the front position, used his body, protected the line of the ball and completed the mark.
He's kicked one. This for his second. And he gives the Eagles the biggest lead of the day. They lead by 39 points.
Well, once again, it was good work by the zone pressing forward by Wilkes, taking a good contested mark. And then just playing on, as we see here, they've struggled to get past this wall. Took the mark and then found a few options going forward. It was a good contested mark by Ben by just protecting the line of the ball and holding his feet.
They've got a good spread of goal kickers today as well, West Coast.
Two to McKinley, 2 to Kennedy, 2 to Wilson, 3 to Wepunda. They're the men doing the damage for the Eagles. They're well on their way to 3 on the trot with a couple of rounds remaining.
Going to start talking the top 8, Matty.
No, I'm not going to, Liam. But
they mathematically could make it. It's amazing. They won't, but
Straight up.
They'll come out of this season with some real positives, I think, for some of these younger players they've got.
Exactly right. It's a springboard for 2010. Here's the cue stick. Lynch. Well, that was a bit hopeful that he could find his target. Goldstein got in the way. Look at Naitanui pickup. Unfortunately, couldn't get his hands free.
Picked it up like he's picking up an egg.
Is it Easter? Is it? Here we go. Look at that.
It's the longest arm span in the AFL. Big Naitanui. That's a great
tap, but it's going to be a free kick. Yeah.
So he's just going to learn about this. Who's doing the ruck coaching down at West Coast?
Dean Irving is the former player, is the ruck coach. Just in that instance there, and that's his 3rd free kick, Naitanui, that he's given away. He's just got to work to the front position. Experienced ruckmans are going to know that don't allow him a free run of the football, given his athletic ability.
Well, that's why I think it's crucial that a guy like Dean Irving's working with him.
How's that punch? One of the longest punches we've seen this year.
Bounce.
And it bounced for Lacroix to Houlihan. Gives off to Rosa where Punda is free. Advantage will be paid where Punda can keep going. Decides not to. Decides to share it to McKinley. And he can go back And it's just a procession now for the Eagles. They don't want this third quarter siren to go.
Why would you when you're getting rebound like that? Punch from Wilkes. At about 40 metres. And it's a bit easy this. Once you turn it around like that, you turn your team around, there's just loose players everywhere. Frustrating quarter for North Melbourne. They'll be really disappointed with this. Just the 2 goals. West Coast going for their 8th for the quarter. 8th.
That's correct, Liam. This will be 8. It'll be 3 for McKinley. It's not.
Once he mentioned 8,
it was never going through.
No, it's just the West Coast haven't been known to kick big scores.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And all of a sudden
they've had a big quarter.
They've had some goal-kicking options now. Late in the year, I know, but real positives for the West Coast.
A good quarter for the West Coast Eagles. They've taken control of this game. The margin at halftime was 10. Nat Nui was influential. And now, at three-quarter time, the margin is 40. Three-quarter time here at Subiaco, and it was a 2-point margin to North Melbourne at quarter time, and then the Eagles got it out to 10 at half-time, and 7 goals for. Their best quarter for 2009 has seen them take control. They now lead the game by 40 points. They're playing it the way they want it to be played on their terms, and the stats for that third quarter, Liam.
Well, just dominated everywhere. The centre breaks, I reckon, where it started. Big Nat Nui just jumped all over the top of the North Melbourne ruckman, and we see every area they dominated for the quarter. Best quarter for the year, 7 goals for. It was a very good quarter, the 16-10 inside 50s, Jacko. And I love the way they went about it. We didn't highlight the tackles, but their tackling's been good as well.
And not only that, also in these conditions, their efficiency was first class. They just worked. Work rate is the most important thing about today's footy, and then those numbers get up if you work real hard.
It might be dancing in the stands, and because things are certainly going their way.
My word, she's got a bit of a wobble back.
Hearn has continued his good form for the West Coast Eagles. And they've certainly got the centre clearances working beautifully for them. Well, the Kangaroos are a fair way away on the scoreboard, but from our point of view, the broadcast-wise, we're up nice and close. Right in amongst it, Lee Colbert is there with Boomer Harvey.
Big last quarter. How are the legs, mate?
It's obviously a bit of rain over the last couple of days, Colby, and a bit heavy, but trying to push through, mate.
Kicking with the breeze.
Yeah, hopefully we can get a couple of goals early.
He's a great player, and he's a great man, Brett Harvey, and we thank him for his time during a game.
Unusual and good to see that get a couple of words from the captain, who's been pretty good, had 27 touches. Always tries really hard. Boomer Harvey, we know that.
We saw Darren Crocker go to him at just before three-quarter time in the huddle.
Well, he grabbed Petrie and Boomer Harvey. I think you would have just said, boys, can't let this slip. I mean, that was a poor quarter for North Melbourne.
They would be great, though. I mean, Petrie and Harvey are leading from the front.
They were, so he's
no issues with them, but they're the leaders of their footy club, and they have to get the other blokes in the same sort of headspace, really.
Great to see that Lee Colbert was dry enough to be able to conduct that interview.
Oh, Lee.
Well, they had the hairdryer down there working overtime.
From North Melbourne's point of view, they're a long way out. They're 40 points behind. The game's probably gone, but the West Coast Eagles have only got 2 on the bench, so they've got to try and make the most of it in this last quarter. And as Brent Harvey said, kick some goals, get things going on the scoreboard.
The only way they'll get back in this game is if they start taking some initiative, certainly at the centre bounces and around the ground. And their structures have broken. They broke down in that third quarter in the centre. They need to make sure they're really competitive in this area.
Well, I'm not sure what we're waiting for here. Maybe the song to finish, a bit of dance. The crowd are up on their feet.
We're waiting for that eagle to stop dancing.
Ready, the camera's on you, mate.
40 points the margin. West Coast 1 quarter away from their 7th win of the season. Goldstein there the first time this time. Just losing his footing was Swallow. Ball comes out the back, though. Harris is always good in close. When that ball's in that centre circle, he's always the first at it.
Well, he hunts the ball very, very well.
Won the free kick. He got it to Anthony. Spreading it wide. It ends up with Rawlings. Backed himself to run it. Kick it long. Top of the square. Little hands in the back. Not seen. It's a mark to Hansen. Crowd not happy.
He thought about paying it, the umpire, but...
I'm not so sure, Liam. I reckon he's done...
Well, that's
yeah.
In the
Just
context of the rule, that's hands in the back.
That's hands in the back.
In the context of the rule,
But to his credit, he didn't make it too obvious. It was...
So this is what North wanted. A quick start to the corner. Get something happening on the scoreboard. Hansen from 30 metres out.
Oh, no.
Can you believe it?
He had it in the right spot to be having a shot. Straight in front. You know, within a minute of the last quarter starting. That's exactly the start they wanted. Have a look at this kick.
Hearn to himself and then Long gets it 85 metres from goal. Strong mark Wilkes.
Yeah, there's 2 kicks away as Weir Punter here.
Not going to make it. Ooh, McMahon.
Looks like he's going to Weir Punter now.
It's in perfect position to mark that. Nat Nui got the knock from the back. Rawlings tapping it down. Power. Release just over the line.
That's
20 scoring shots to 16. North have been a little bit inaccurate. 6-10 from them. Embley on hands and knees to Lacroix. Houlihan's going to be run down by Gibson. Didn't take it. Lacroix kept going. Rawlings trapped it well. Anthony just did enough to tap it to Ferrito, to Gibson. He misses Greenwood, but it comes off in the end. Greenwood, nice sidestep. Now hooks it around the corner. It floats up high into the sun. At ground level, Nat Nui. He's got some skill. Hearn sets up Selwood. Wilkes waited, got it off. Wilson with a little fumble. Back to Adam Selwood. Not clear yet. High tackle Selwood from the umpire that was officiating in the middle of the ground.
Let's have a look at this one. The arm was
over the shoulder. Slipped up from Brady Rawlings. The umpire closest to it couldn't quite see it.
They've worked actually well today, the umpires.
Right there, Drew.
And they're not involved in the actual play. They've helped the others out.
Yep. Lacroix now in some real space.
He's playing further up the ground.
Wilson. Although here comes Hansen.
Did well, Lockie Hansen.
Just did enough to get it down in front because they've got numbers. Just got to get possession. Anthony going backwards. Power. Likewise. Thompson took his time, but now they're going in the right direction. Anthony smothered well, but he gets a third go at it. Long ball for Harvey, not his go this in the air, especially against one of the best fullbacks in the competition. They share it, comes back to Hearn. Needs his best kick here, but he finds Wilkes. They've gone back 30 metres.
Nothing along here. If you go back inboard here, they're now presenting Rosa.
He's kicked it out and the full didn't matter.
He's kicked that to Colby. Told to play on Rawlings, and well, he's had to go back, but he hasn't hit his target, so Grimer's under a little bit of pressure, but spots 2 men on the other side, and the kick is a good one. Gibson plays on. Petrie the target. Anthony with McKinley. McKinley did okay. It's because of his body strength.
He was strong on it, wasn't he?
Get his handball free. Now they've got some troubles here, North.
Lacroix just waiting for an option. Over the top, Nat Nui, Houlihan. It's open forward line if he can keep going. Prittis. Embley wants it in the square. He's got to beat Grimer. He's going to get it back here. No, he's not. First to it, though, was Swallow. Harvey clearing handball over the top to Rawlings, who's been busy early. Not his best handball, though. Put Harvey under pressure. McGinnity just came through, picked it up, back to Rosa. In turn, Prittis. running out of room, the West Coast.
Oh, he's knocked it out.
Still going, though. Ebert sliding in. North want a free kick. They don't get it.
Terrific contest between Ebert and Swallow. Both players kept their eye on the footy. Brady
Poor
Wills
handball here. Just put his captain under enormous pressure. Had to hit that target if you want to clear the defensive zone. Ebert could be in a bit of trouble, boys.
That knew his punch back, but no one there. Ebert still...
Might have got a knee into the ribs when he slid into that contest.
Now, relieving the pressure for North. On the other side is Campbell. Chipping back to Gibson. Ebert coming from the ground by the looks of it. They're already down to 20. This could be 19. Power floats it forward. It was a mongrel, but it found its mark in Goldstein, who was last in line. Harris, the give on the up. Greenwood's going to back himself. Free kick. Whistle on the play. Holding. Petrie will take a shot at goal. Must kick this as Ebert comes from the ground.
He's in a lot of pain. Brad Ebert, Colby, keep your eye on him. He looks like he may have copped one in the ribs.
Bit of a worry, Liam. He's actually coughing a bit of blood at the moment, which is not a good sign early, but hopefully just he's bitten his tongue or something small like that, not something internal.
Petrie from just on the 50, waits for the breeze to bring it back.
Gee, it brought it back.
Beautiful kick. And he leads from the front, Drew Petrie.
Well, it's a free kick. He's presented his work real hard. His stats won't say, or his numbers won't say it, Drew Petrie, but he's always a competitor and had to go back and kick that goal. 11 possessions, 1 goal, 1.
9 marks. He's been presenting.
Yeah, he certainly has. He certainly has. I mean, those figures have been very good for him, but just they need more options up forward, and they've got to finish this game off. They can close the gap, and they've got to just keep more options leading into their forward line.
As we see Ebert on the bench at the moment with the doctors, and then let's take a look.
There's the knee.
Yeah, just in and under
Straight
there.
into the ribs.
Into the ribs, you'd think.
Bang.
Yeah, well, Lee Colbert said he's coughing up a little bit of blood, which we saw Ted Richards the other week got a nasty one as well.
Swift.
On the ball. Real chance to get back-to-back goals here. Put scoreboard pressure. The Kangaroos need to finish off this game.
Well, they should have had the first two. Petrie did the right thing and finished. Hansen didn't. Gee, they made a real mess of this. Urquhart finally gets it out to Grimer, chipping to Harvey. Disposal number 30. Urquhart drills it low. Jones came out, Petrie to help him out. Ball goes back, and the kick is across the face of goal. Kick came from Adams, who kicked a couple of goals early in the day.
They started this last quarter pretty well, North.
Yeah, they have.
That miss of Hansen hurts a bit. They could have had the only 2 goals of the quarter.
Yeah.
Give themselves a little bit of belief. There's still plenty of footy left, plenty of time for North Melbourne to get themselves a bit of a run on. 2 or 3 quick goals. And
Well, they're involved in a game early in the season. I think Port kicked 4 in about 3 minutes to almost pinch it from them.
One player that's been quiet for him, he always leads by the front. Only the 8 possessions is Michael Ferrito. They haven't used him to great effect.
At the moment, he's got Embley. Yeah.
He's got Embley at the moment, but it can be a player that go forward and create another option for him. We've got Petrie playing a lone hand down there.
McGinnity's kick. McIntosh had to go back. It was just a little bit over the top of him. Good contest. Grimer's hands are good. Power, bump out.
well, they haven't got a massive possession winners in their team. Take Harvey out of the side. Yep. They haven't got a lot of players. Liam Anthony appears to be a player that's going to get plenty of the footy. But most of their players get the high teens on a decent day, like 17, 18 touches type thing. It's okay if you're getting a result, but they haven't got the, you know, the 30, 35 possession players in their team.
Prittis, gee, got to give him credit for that. He did that well. Kick, though, is going to be cut off by Gibson. Now they've got players forward if they can find them.
Just need to be real clean here.
Harvey gave it off to the run of Greenwood. In turn, he gives it out to Rawlings. Heads to the square. Needs some tall timber up there. Goldstein. Jones waiting. Is it going to bounce out for him? Yes, it does, but Scott Selwood arrived. Now, he'll want the boundary here. And Jones making sure he can't find it.
No, he didn't.
Just
He dragged it in. It said, no, he didn't.
No, he didn't.
Stand up. Anymore.
Yep, that's the best idea. Get on with it. Lynch tried to take it out of the ruck. He's got it again. He's flirting with danger there, Lynch. But eventually they'll work it out, the Eagles, and it's Butler. We go straight up the middle to McGinnity.
Good confident kick to go to the middle because Harvey wasn't far off him.
Embley back to McGinnity. Short pass. Kennedy as Rosa running past him. Wapunda gets a bad bounce. Wapunda, I should say.
Great work by Greenwood.
There's a good tackle by Greenwood.
Good tackle. Did he get the handball out? The umpire didn't see it.
A little bit of Craig Scholl about him. Levi Greenwood.
Bit quicker than Scholl, I would have thought, Liam, but definitely got the handball there. We're a panda as well as Embley did early in the game.
Just wait for the text message there, Liam. Here's Urquhart. Now he chips it over the top, and unfortunately for Lee Adams, the kick didn't find it his target. Lee, how is Ebert?
Yeah, good news, up and going, which is great. He was coughing up a little bit of blood, but he's, as you can see there, he's walking up and down the boundary line. Just one for you, Jack. With the injury to Maston and Brown, does that open the door for Chad Fletcher? I know plenty in the news about him.
Yeah, a lot of speculation this week, and there was a news poll whether he should or shouldn't play. So you would think that he was an emergency today. There's an opportunity now after they assess the injuries of those two players.
Clever tap back from Adam Selwood to Wilkes. Enables the Eagles to maintain possession, although Houlihan is backpedaling. Hearn, so often the man that can find the target to just settle things when it looks like a turnover. As Wilson's kick is wide, it hangs up in the breeze.
Well, Anthony turned around, or was it Adams?
It was Anthony. He might hit him on the head.
Nearly hit him on the back of the head.
Here's Harris, waiting for an option. Well, kick that up in the air, and that's great strength from Swallow. He was wrestled around by Butler and then came back into the contest.
They haven't put North away here, West Coast. And it's a fair ask from here. Daniel Harris has kicked up the chimney. Or would you say, well weighted, would you? That kick?
Well, it was intended to get to him. Probably didn't want it to go as high as he did.
No.
But that was his target.
My word, it was.
Now, can Swallow get the margin back to 26? They're doing all the attacking. They must finish in front of goal.
Good kick.
And they have. The game is still alive.
Well, you always know you're going to get with the Kangaroos. They're going to fight it right out. And there's an opportunity. That's the first one that they need. Now they need a run of them. But playing in front as forwards in these conditions, he held his position as a young player. Butler, an experienced player. And just sheer strength. Won the ball, went back and kicked the goal. That was the important part, that he finished off his good work.
Well, North Melbourne get their act together in the centre of the ground. Get another quick goal, all of a sudden there'll be a bit of nervous sort of stuff going on with the West Coast.
Almost halfway through the quarter, they've brought the margin down by 14 points. There's still 26 to go, but the key factor is they're doing all the attacking.
Well, they are. They've had it inside 56 times to 1 for the quarter. Just need to be really clean here.
LeCras just missing his
and he
target.
did well, Anthony.
Yeah.
Out here. One more.
Oh, Adam Selwood was strong at it.
So was Swallow.
So was Rawlings, and Ferrito got out of trouble. Now he spotted the man out wide. They've got the loose man, the chip over the top. It ends up with Adams. He can kick his third goal of the afternoon and get the margin back to 20.
Kicked it.
The Kangaroos are bounding back.
Well, Liam, they needed to get a fast goal. That's their third in a row in this quarter, so they got a bit of momentum. But it was the 50-50 through the middle of the ground. They stayed strong. Ferrito wins possession of the ball, and then they got the switch. Just thought their way out of it. And now they're finishing is what they needed earlier on in the game. They're getting it now late in the game.
Tell you what, it was brave of Ferrito because he didn't just go where most players thought he was going to go, which was out behind him. He actually took the corridor and went back in through traffic, and by doing that, he created some space.
Just game number 6 for Lee Adams, and coming into the game, he'd only kicked 2 goals, and now he's got 3 for the afternoon, and now they've cut that margin in half. Now, the fans here at Subiaco concerned that what looked like a foregone conclusion is slipping away. Priddis wins the free.
They've been so good. They've been so good with this, the umpires, when players had 50.
That's disappointing for them. Look, you'll say that's a silly free kick, but it's a free kick because their intensity's up, their urgency, and they're hitting the contest a lot harder. And you're going to give a few free kicks. As a coach, you don't mind that, but this is it's unforgivable now, the 50 metre.
I'm not convinced that was a free kick. I think the umpires have been really good in recent times of when the bloke throws himself forward like that, the momentum, he doesn't pay the free kick. But I reckon when we have a look at that one, the umpires got caught up in that.
Against the run of play, Priddis gives them some breathing space.
Well, if you put yourself in the position as Matthew Priddis always does, in and under, they fell on top of him. I think the free kick was
look at this.
justified. He sits.
And that's not a free kick. I'm sorry. That's him taking the tackler with him. And
it's against Burrito.
And then the Burrito for cutting through the mark.
He has to protect.
Which is also harsh.
Yeah, that's a harsh one. I know in the rule is you can't go across the line, but...
Well, I reckon it's a fair point if you're a half a metre away.
Solid debate on the validity of the free kick between Glenn Jagovic and Liam Pickering.
Oh, and the 50 metre.
The 50 metre one, for that matter, because Lacroix went through it as well, so he can only follow his player.
Well, he was less than a metre away from it when he just pushed back after he got the free. But it was more the free kick when you throw yourself forward in an important time of the match. The umpire's just got to call play on for that.
Pratt got a bad bounce, but his teammate Gibson didn't, who gave it back to him. Pratt's kick wide. Harris had to stand and wait. Campbell came in. Almost missed his target. Rawlings is everywhere in this last term. Campbell searching handball forward. Good run here from North. Can he get the answering goal quickly? Anthony's kick up to a one-on-one contest. Glass controlled the space, controlled the ball over.
That was as deliberate as you can get. Well, he just, with his experience, Darren Glass, just a deliberate fumble.
Yeah. The first one was deliberate to push it out. And there's another one.
And then the slip.
Oh, yeah, the slip and everything.
Oh, the old wily fox.
McIntosh won the knock. Embley the clearance. Hurleyhan just bounced off him there. Power needed to get it out from there, and he's going to get another chance. Gives it to Rawlings. Pratt can give over the top, and he does. Bit of room here for Swallow. A little bit untidy. Now, free kick afterwards. They've won the free kick. Anthony plays on from outside 50. It's off the side.
He's marked it.
Goldstein's got it in play. Great take.
Have a shot.
He's got to go back. Yeah. Kick the ball. Can't get the ball up high because the wind will catch it. He's got to go to the banana because the West Coast are getting numbers here, so he's got to take a shot on goal.
Left foot him up.
He's got to keep the ball low.
Just hook it round, keep it low.
And he did.
Textbook stuff from the big man. The Kangas are still in it.
That Priddis decision and 50 hurts now.
Yeah.
And you look at that, I mean, still plenty of time left. Just under 8 minutes. Another goal here, a quick goal here. Now, they can't take 3 or 4 minutes off the clock before they kick the goal. They've got some belief, North, and they're working really hard.
Yeah, at the moment, they've just got to keep playing the way they are. The clock's not an issue. Unless Kennedy does something about it here. Took an age, holding the ball. At 20 points. It was 40 at three-quarter time. Oops, the kick is just untidy off a step from Power. McMahon in board to Rawlings. Grimer's caught. Power just arches the back, gets free, drives it forward. It's going to hang up here for Whipunda.
Oh, just a bit of experience by David. He's just held up play, took possession because the Kangaroos are surging. They want to get possession and move forward at all costs. They have to. Tom Swift's just come off the bench.
Yeah, no one to slow things down here, the Eagles. Not milk the clock, but just slow the tempo down.
Or just deny the Kangaroos possession of the ball.
Yeah, well, they need to just take 2 or 3 minutes off the West Coast. Just
make the clock become the issue. Good spoil from McMahon.
Yeah, one-on-one stuff in this last quarter, North's been really good.
Brady Rawlings having a big last quarter, up to 28 disposals.
No holding, no blocking. Go the footy.
So is Liam Anthony's had a good last quarter too. He's up to 28 as well. He's on the bench at the minute. Just a bit of a rotation.
From the clearance, Lacroix gets it back to Lynch. Took his time. Swift involved again. Harris taps it back. Pratt caught. Swallow helps him out. They're going backwards though. Now Hamish McIntosh peeled off.
Oh,
a little bit of sun in the eyes, but he squeezed it forward. Jones traps it beautifully. One-on-one up forward. They're the only two players inside 50. Glass goes to ground. Petrie, can he keep going? He keeps his feet. Hooks it around the corner. Big Drew hooks it too far.
Thought about it for too long. That was an opportunity. He had Darren Glass, who had slipped. He had him where he wanted it. He just had to not think too much about it.
Yeah, a bit too much time to think about whether should I actually nearly kick a drop punt or do I have to swing the foot? Got a bit too much purchase on it, actually. Too high, but they're tackling in the last quarter, North. It's up to 11-3, the tackle count for the quarter. Colby on the boundary. The intensity of North Melbourne in this quarter. Is there some belief inside that dugout where you're basically sitting?
Well, there is belief inside the dugout. Time's going to cost them, but what does it do for Darren Crocker? I mean, he's had 3 or 4 games like this where he's got within 20 points. It's certainly, I mean, he's still got to be right up there with a chance.
Still time, 5 minutes to go. From the point of view of defensively, they can't give up a goal.
Oh, it's
and it was a silly free kick to give away. He's used it as a fend-off just to, you know, well,
we saw him do it at the other end, didn't we?
Yeah, well, just me, there've been a couple of dubious ones in this last quarter. That's not a free kick.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Oh, come on. I know you got your West Coast hat on here, Jack, but you have to admit that wasn't a free.
that wasn't a free kick.
Oh, this will hurt, won't it? Wilson from outside 50. Likes it. Loves it. That hurts.
Sure does. That was a very, very soft free kick. A good finish from an impressive young player, but
have a look at it again. I mean, to the umpire's defence, he's got him on the top of the shoulder.
Yeah,
well, it's
no umpire defence to that.
I agree with you, but the umpire was on the inside officiating that, say, from his
well, so
view,
it
looks like it's it looks like it's a push in the back, hands in the back.
Like a clear mark to me. Gee whiz.
Don't put the hand in the back.
Big Callum Wilson with his 3rd goal, and he's got 2 of them while he's wandered down forward from his back pocket position.
See, it creates a debate whether that rule should be in our game, because clearly it is wrong. I agree with you, it's wrong. It's high on the shoulder, it's in the arm, but from the umpire's view, it looks like it's a hand in the back. From our first angle, it looked like a hand in the back.
But if he's got a distorted view, he shouldn't be guessing. It should have been a clear mark to Hansen.
So you get rid of the rule completely?
Well, no, you get rid of it's the interpretation of the rule.
Right tackle, Sam Butler.
Another look from a different...
I mean, any way you look at that, that's not a free kick.
Well, he's pushed him. He's pushed him in the back.
Oh, stop it. Let's move on to the game here. Here he goes again, Wilson. Can he get it over the top to Embley? They can put the game beyond doubt with another goal. Embley gets clear, straightens up, tumbles it forward. McKinley's in, and McKinley gets it. The Eagles answer the challenge.
They sure do. Look, they deserve. They'll win the game, and they deserve to. He didn't get a free for that, by the way. He should have kicked the drop punt, then Embley. But McKinley, actually, forward line structures work really well today. The medium forwards have been good. Their talls have been pretty good. Lively Weirpunda. Lacroix hasn't had a big influence, but they found some other avenues.
This for his 3rd to ice it for the West Coast Eagles. And ice it he does.
Well, they have. That's his 3rd goal, and with Weirapunda and Callum Wilson kicking 3 each. The ball just contributed. They found goals up there. Josh Kennedy with 2, and that's what the Eagles need to do as this young Liz grows and gets more games under their belt. They've got to share the workload. Lacroix's kicked 50 goals, but he hasn't had a big impact on the game. He's kicked 1, but they've found other avenues, and that's more important for a young side moving forward.
3 to McKinley, but more importantly for the West Coast, 2 very quick ones. When North got it towards 19 points, now it's beyond them. A couple of controversial decisions not going their way, but their endeavour in this last quarter has been great as Swallow gets them forward again, but this time there's plenty of Eagles in the way. One of them Wilson, the other Webb Punda. Low ball's a good one for Embley. Back to Webb Punda, who kicked 3 and is now down back at the moment. Scott Selwood just chipping it to Ebert. Great to see him back out there. Goldstein makes good position there on Nat Nui, and
he's going to be a good player this
yeah,
play.
he's got good hands, hasn't he?
He's got good hands, he's got good mobility. I'm not sure why North would be kicking it backwards, I have to admit, but he looks to me he's going to be a real player, real fine. With McIntosh, they should have a good ruck combination for the next sort of 8 or 10 years.
Anthony to Adams. Petrie on the lead.
Keeps working, Petrie. He's been a fantastic player for him today. Up to 10 marks.
Long way from goal, though. McIntosh's target over the back. Embley was there first for the Eagles. Tapped it back to Scott Selwood. We're Punda cleaning up once again. And the kick to Wilkes. Prittis. Adam Selwood. Big afternoon again from Adam Selwood. 32 disposals. On his own out in the wing is Lacroix. Now Houlihan's going to run for him. Houlihan's got pace. He's going to try and outrun Gibson. Gibson goes with him. Houlihan now. Gibson got a fist on. He waited, got there in time. Ducks under the tackle. Grimer spins away from Houlihan and uses McMahon up the middle. Kept going, did Grimer. Short kick to Adams. Rawlings. Goldstein the target.
Size is Goldstein, 201 and 105 kilos, so he's a big lump of a lad. The West Coast have deserved to win this game. I mean, we look at, after quarter time, they've pretty much dominated, but North have had a period in the last quarter where their coach would be pretty happy with how they've gone about it.
Now, there's no one inside the forward 50 for McKinley, so he's got to go wide.
Well, Prittis has pushed forward.
Or he's going to set it up for Nat Nui, who's gone to the square.
Here's Prittis.
Here's Houlihan.
Houlihan.
And he just pulled the kick left.
Finish off a pretty good day's play for Tim Houlihan. He's had 27 touches. 4 inside 50s. Would have been nice to have finished off with a goal.
Yeah, he's really growing in confidence, isn't he?
We should be suited. He's an elite runner. He should be suited to this ground. It's taken him a little while to get himself settled over here.
Rawlings again, the link man for North. But this time, Harris's handball was cut off. It was cut off by Rosa and turned swift, where Punda has Embley. Can they get one more for the crowd's sake? They're inside the last 30 seconds. He's going to set it up, but it's 2-on-1. It goes along, though. And Gibson back in best position. Laid on quickly. Pratt gets it from Harris. Jones in the middle, gives it up. Adam Selwood for the turnover, and that hurts North Melbourne because Lacroix has it. The clock will wind down, and Mark Lacroix will have a shot for his second of the afternoon.
Just works hard, Mark Lacroix, doesn't he, really? He's had 18 touches. But played a little bit higher than normal. Ends up with a couple if he can kick this.
The West Coast Eagles have won 3 in a row. They are now up the ladder with 7 wins, pushing behind Hawthorn, but Lacroix now to finish for a bit of icing on the cake.
Of course.
He loves it. And it's Subiaco. It's their 6th win of the season. And the finals are out of the question for the West Coast Eagles, but they are pushing towards rebirth, regrowth in 2010.
Well, it was a good game of footy. In the end, I mean, the West Coast were controlling up to quarter time. Only 2 goals between the two up until quarter time, and then 25 after that. They certainly found some good spread of goal kickers. The Norths had a fantastic last quarter. There's no doubting that. And unfortunately, they just weren't able to match it through the second and third quarters.
Let's get down to one of the youngsters for the West Coast Eagles that's growing in stature and confidence. Patrick McGinnity is with Lee.
Patrick, part of the new breed now. It's certainly there's plenty of upside in this team, isn't there? Some of the young blokes coming on are looking very, very good.
Yeah, they are. There's plenty of the young boys that are looking pretty good at the moment. Chris Marston, Brad Ebert, they're just dominating. We've even got other ones like Scott Selwood, Brownie. Yeah, we're just pleased that such a young group can start getting a few wins.
Scrappy start to today, but your third quarter was outstanding. Really put some pressure on and kicked 7 goals.
Yeah, we had a focus to try and get all 4 quarters and play well, but the first one let us down a bit, so coming into the second half, we're pretty focused on having a good second half. So. And
yourself, you're certainly cementing yourself on this side. You had a game high 7 tackles today, something you've been working on and just wanting to play some consistent footy.
Yeah, I'm pretty much just out there to do my job. I'm enjoying it, and it's just good that we can start having a few wins.
Well, your old man's a legend over here. I've heard all that, so congratulations. Claremont boy, all the very best for your future.
Thanks, Lee.
Good day, mate.
Nice, hard young player, McGinnity, as Lee Coleman said, 7 tackles for the day. They ended up matching North in that area. And John Worsfold will have to be really happy, and you know him better than anyone, Jacko. I mean, there was all that talk about tanking. I remember seeing a press conference with the captain, Darren Glass, taking offence at what was being asked about the Fremantle game. And since then, they've really been... They should have probably won the Fremantle game, and then they've won every game since.
Yeah, that's right. I think the whole player group really matured through that period. That they took offence to it. They didn't like it. You don't like people looking at you and you're perceived as if you're not trying. No player goes out there not try. But since then, they've been fantastic. They've won 3 in a row, and they haven't done that, Matty, since 2007.
And we spoke to John Worsfold before the day, and here he is again after the game.
Wish you would have been pleased with that. Your third quarter was outstanding.
Yeah, that was a big quarter for us, and I thought even the last quarter the boys were out on their feet a bit, but still held their composure. So that they were obviously going to flood hard against us, but the boys did well to keep maintaining their composure to take it forward and score when we could.
2 men down pretty early in the game when Maston and also Brownie went down, so you had your work cut out with rotations, but they all stood up.
Yeah, no, forced Callum Wilson to play back, and I think he kicked a couple of goals running off the half-back line, so you learn something from those circumstances. We had a chat to Paddy McGinnity. He, sensational tackling pressure, and that's certainly something I know you're big on. Yeah, Paddy's, that's one of the key areas to his game, and he's going to grow into a real solid player for us. Thanks for your time, mate. Thanks, mate.
Thanks to John Worsfold for talking to us at quarter time and after the game. Thanks also to Brent Harvey for talking to us at 3/4 time. But the result, at the end of the day, they were challenged and they were good enough in the end. The West Coast have defeated North Melbourne by 38 points. West Coast Eagles here, and they ran out winners by 38 points in the finish. Very entertaining last quarter. The third quarter really did the damage, 7 goals to 2. And in the last quarter, North got within 3.5 goals, but then they finished with the last couple. The West Coast to run out 38-point winners. Major goal kickers. They shed it around a bit today, Jacko. McKinley was pretty good up front.
They certainly did. They had a number of avenues up there where it put early amongst the goals. Callum Wilson, interesting one. John Morsfield said that you find out about a few players. Kicked 2 of those 3 from the half-back line, and then obviously the possession winners, Adam Selwood and Houlihan, had continue their good form. Lynch up there again with Prentice, and for the Kangaroos, Adams got a couple early. Petrie and Campbell singles, and Boomer Harvey led by the front with Rawlings there as well amongst the possession winners for the Kangaroos.
Certainly, I thought Adam Selwood was the best player on the ground this afternoon myself. I would have thought that they'd go away from today really happy with the development of some of the young players. They should be extremely wrapped with the way they've had the last month of football, the West Coast Eagles. They were great again today. They ended up winning a very good game by 38 points.